shooter. By the way you're handling the gun, gambling you're done. Shells burn like candles in the sun. I'm not a fan of gun violence, nor having a strap, but get popped once, and I swear that you'll be scrambling for one. But our plans was to get funds and skate off the set, so I mixed the kush with the dro to make all my weight stretch. I'm from with a dudes rob and argue all day about who's the best MC. Saha stacks of T.I. while dodging the GBI. My bad, I love GZI, but I'm still the best to ever do it, and I ain't even put a CD out. So the next time you say that I ain't got no lyricist, I just think you ain't got a taste for this exquisite shit. My verses are like Leviticus to the underprivileged. I make music for the world, you make music for a stripper bitch. Nick Black leather, beret cap era, guns at your capital, take it to that measure. It's Huey, nigga. It's Huey, nigga. Never been a victim, a rebel against the system. Lames wanna diss them and women just wanna kiss them. It's Huey, nigga. It's Huey, nigga. It's that God flow, what they nailed Jesus to the cross for. And he came back 3 days after he died flow. This Pablo, talking to kids in Chicago, mob flow. This that midget New Jersey drive flow. Side note, I wrote this rap with my eyes closed, bravo. Cause it came out clean as the Moss flow, Costco. Hoes selling they twat for a car note. Benny Hunters and Roscoe, Picasso. Nas mixed with a pop flow. Rappers can't stand me. This that Grammy Nas flow. Let me stop though, cause I'm going digital with the syllables. Saha the Prince and I'm royalty like residual. These hoes for me, they supposed to be hospitable. When they in the house with a nigga that's not typical, this not fictional. I run this bitch like elliptical. Can another rapper come out of Atlanta if he not lyrical? Nigga, black leather, beret cap era, guns at your capital, take it to that measure. It's Huey, nigga. It's Huey, nigga. Never been a victim, a rebel against the system. Lames wanna diss them and women just wanna kiss them. It's Huey, nigga. It's Huey, nigga.
This that shot right, where out of towners die at. I advise you book your flight now and fly back. Gangland, bang then, what you claim, fam? Box Chevys, foreigns, $150 flow. Young nigga got bitches at the 50 though. 50 pack done, good, drop off 50 more. My city rough, but I made it in it. Trap house look like it's what K's invented. Trust nobody, even friends, look, I hate up in it. Rhyme dirty with your bitch smoking, wait a minute. LA garage with Illinois and Decatur in it. Nigga snitching, I'm like, way to win it. Nigga looking like a state defendant. Photo look like a two-door. My two-door look like a full-door. I'm cutting up, call me Zorro. Hit him in his mask, get him a body bag. Give me a track, and I'ma body that.
I think oftentimes when people hear me and see me, they think that I'm a fool. They think that somehow or another I've lost my mind, that I'm not down with the in crowd. They've said that nobody would love me and that I'm an outcast. But let me say this here now. We can be clear about anything. Please let me be clear about this. And I pray that it's received and understood. I don't want to be one of you. I don't want to be one of you weak men, weak people.
For my brother,
I'd rather
Kendrick
die,
Lamar.
death is welcome, rather than to call myself you spineless black men.
Saha, I ain't your traditional. Rapper smoking medicinal, stayed in detention. Life is all about principles, cynical ass niggas. Sorry that I offended you. I bring something different while niggas sounding identical. I'd rather drown in a swimming pool than to let you imbecile stop me from topping my pinnacle. Try me blocked by the genitals. Trust me, it's not intentional. It's the difference between a gangster and a criminal. Cause real gangsters can't do Breakfast Club interviews. A lot of you niggas don't own a business suit. A slave for every pair of Michael Jordan tennis shoe. But anywho, got your bitch walking around like she winning pool with no bottoms on, just the top of her swimming suit. What you gon' say when the niggas gon' try to get at you? Them in what army, or you just talking in general? Cause in the end, we all gon' die like them Seminoles, nigga. These niggas weak.
in America today. The destruction of the family, the loss of integrity. When as a young boy, black shot down every day for years without stopping, when I look at what we are as black people, I'd rather be dead than to continue to live against such.
Y'all ain't trying to start a revolution. Y'all looking for a restitution. Niggas kill each other every day and ain't no evolution. My partner shot 100 niggas and it was never proven. We just labeled him a gangster and kept it moving. Let me give you the same outcome, separate shooting. A white man kill a black, we holler persecution. So instead of looting, it's time to find some better schooling. You can act like y'all don't understand when I'm elocuting. Did I stutter, I was never Reuben. Y'all ain't no Black Panthers, you wasn't there with Newton. You ain't Marshall Martin, try to better humans. Instead of all these rappers, we need some better students. It's time to rebuild the neighborhoods that we helped to ruin. And the NAACP, y'all need some help recruiting. Fuck a resolution, let's get some retribution. I feel like Malcolm X when he left the movement. These niggas weak. I'm fucking up, these niggas weak. These niggas weak. I'm fucking up, these niggas weak. Yeah. Y'all know what it is, yeah, I said it, nigga. All you niggas laying up with these bitches with no condoms and shit. Having mistake babies and shit, leaving these women to motherfucking raise your kids by their motherfucking self. Yeah, my nigga, I said it. You don't like what's going on in the motherfucking America, leave this motherfucker. When they said we were free, my nigga, that mean we were free to go back where the fuck we came from, my nigga. Yeah, it's a whole motherfucking continent that belong to us, nigga. It's called Africa, motherfucker. What the fuck is y'all talking about? Y'all ain't trying to start no revolution. Y'all motherfuckers spent 10 bands on the motherfucking section in the motherfucking club. 10 bands to build a whole motherfucking neighborhood in Nigeria, nigga. Get the fuck out of here.
Okay. So I don't know. Somebody live over there signing it. I guess what's going on. I don't know how much of each of in the Bible that y'all can take. Good God, man. Good God, man. I can do it. I cannot sit around everybody eating in the Bible all year. I was like, been this shit year after year after year. My mic was going on. My mic. From you guys. It's still choppy. Is it still choppy? Y'all let me up. The average guys is getting out. For some reason, my mic on me. Unplug. Any better? Still choppy. Is it better now? Any better? Still. All right. Probably didn't wrong. I have to opt in. All right. I'm gonna let you on, bro. Before I let you on, hold on. Take some patience. It's a routine that we go through over here. We have a publishing company, so we have to promote our work. Well, there's 8 people here. There's people in here.
Claim your Africanness. I'm telling you, when you claim your Africanness, you're going to get your mind back, and you're going to get your intelligence back. I'll guarantee you. Education, and when they take responsibility in terms of their own Africanness and their own identity, when they don't spend all of their lives trying to escape from their Africanness, when they don't believe that to be called African is a curse. You see, when they don't run from their Africanness, but they run to it, and they embrace it, and they become a part of it. Let's see what happens to their learning when they decide and say out loud that I'm black and I'm proud, and that I'm African and I'm proud. And if individuals, society exists outside African people, that is logically impossible. And it's a stupidity that perpetrates on the population upon our people, and often leads to serious misunderstanding, both of ourselves and of our situation.
Okay. Peace, everybody. Let your hands.
Yeah, it sounds kind of choppy, I think. Hello?
See that?
Yeah, can anyone hear me? It sounds kind of choppy, right?
I hear you. I got clear. I don't know what's up. Yeah, this you don't know if I'm choppy or not. Let me check. To
Hey, chat, if you can hear me, please say yes in the comments.
all right. So let's see if this is any better.
Hey, chat, if you can hear me, please say yes.
If this is any better. Well, this is a delay on YouTube. 1 second. Oh man, so it's still kind of choppy. I don't go out, come back in one time, just make sure. Let's see. Goodness, I don't know. I'll go out and go in again one more time to see if that work or not. I don't know. So just give me a second. But you know, whatever, I can hear from the YouTube. So I go out and come in.
Hey, I don't think the chat can hear it clear. I think it's like going in and out or something. Because on my end, it sounds like it's very choppy. So I don't really know what's going on. Maybe it's just bad connection or something. Dang. Yeah, I'm still here. I'm just waiting for you to get it back. I'm just chilling.
I don't know where he went, but can y'all hear me now? Am I more clear now? It seems to be okay now. So yeah, you come back, bro. Yeah, it was a black screen because I left, then he left. I don't know if he left on purpose or he got kicked out. Yep. There we go. I seem to be clear now still. Okay.
All right. So what's going on? I'm back.
All right. So did you want to, cause you had several topics. So did you want to talk about the slave trade? I mean, black people being in America before Columbus, or did you want to talk about what you want to talk about, bro?
All right, so
I'm just
pretty
asking.
much, I don't have all night, so I kind of just want to make it kind of quick. But just about the
Right.
thing that you said that you was going to prove, whenever we got on YouTube. So pretty much about
No, I didn't say I was going to prove nothing. I asked, what do you want to talk about? You brought up
yeah.
multiple topics.
So I want to talk
So
about what you told me you want to talk about. You told me to come to the live, and you were going to tell me the African tribe that started the evolution theory, and you was going to prove
no,
that the
no,
African
I didn't
and the
say no
evolution theory was
tribe.
a fact.
I didn't say a tribe started an evolution theory, bro. I didn't say that.
Okay, because when we talked, I said
Matter of
that white
fact,
people
I don't even
started
want to
it.
talk about. I don't even want to talk about evolution. Let's talk about how black people are indigenous to America. How about that?
Well, I mean, so you can't touch on it.
Touch on what?
I just wanted to know, like, which tribe or who started the evolution theory. Because you said that it was a fact, and you said that we can prove where life started and how humans started. So I'm just curious, because for
Yeah, we can
me,
prove where life started and where human life started. Yes, and
all right, how
that's in Africa.
so my all right. So here's the thing: as far as me, right? Like, I'm not here to divide like black people and from Africa and the Americas and stuff like that. It's just my viewpoint on it is that we don't know where it started, and I don't understand how people that just started traveling this planet a few hundred years ago can tell us where it started, and and due to the fact that they lied about us already being in America, pretty much disproves the theory that they teach.
What do you mean? Who lied about who already being here in America?
So you already know. I haven't found the African tribe that started this evolution theory, but
Cool.
the white people, the people that started this theory, they lied about us being here, and due to that, the theory that they teach is pretty much done with.
So you said they
Um,
lied about us being here. What make you think that they lied about us being here?
oh
I
well, the
got a
thing
question.
is, so I actually know they lied about it, so it's not even like I believe, like I know, and
You
the
can ask
reason
me
why.
Tell
a
us,
question, huh?
huh? Can
You
you
say you
tell
got
us
a
what they
question? Go
lied
ahead.
about?
Yeah, so they lied about black people, not being in America. They said that, all black people didn't come here into a slave ship, which isn't true. Yeah, like some of us
Can you
came to
can you
go
can
ahead.
you point me in the direction of the evidence that you have that would
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, the
create that
evidence.
lie?
Yeah, like so. First off, like the fact that we were here, the fact that our families have our genealogy and everything to back it up, along with the oral history to back it up.
What
Um,
oral history?
it's simple. So, for example, like I'm pretty sure all y'all are from the southeast region of the
No, no,
United
no, no. It's
States.
not simple.
Oh yeah, it's
What
simple. It's very
what
easy.
oral history and what black people were here?
Oh, okay. Well, so as far as here in the United States of America, we're gonna keep it right here. Okay. So as far as the southeast region, my family and a ton of other people that I know, family all say the same thing. Black people were already here, and some black people came from Africa, like as
No,
slaves.
but what I'm trying to
That
what I'm trying to get you to point me in the direction of is the evidence, not
okay.
here,
So the evidence.
not anecdotal. I
Okay.
want evidence.
Yeah.
Because you said that
Yes.
we were already here. So what evidence do you have that says that we
Yeah.
were already
I'm literally telling you. So, like I said, the oral history. Then with the oral
oral
history,
history? What
we're
what
back.
can
We're
you hold
backing.
on, hold on,
I'm
slow
let me
down.
talk.
I'm slow.
Okay.
When you say oral history, because it's the third time you say oral history, what oral history are you referring to?
Okay. Black people here in the southeast of the United States.
No. You said oral history. Do
I
you
Okay.
know
don't
what
have that.
oral history is?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Do you know what it is?
can you provide me the story that black people were telling other black people, and that story being passed down from
Bro, our
generation to
grandparents are still alive right now. Yeah, our
My
grandparents.
grandparents don't say that though.
Right. Well, maybe yours don't say that, but I'm sure. Like, did they tell you which tribe you came from in Africa, or did they tell you
I'm
which
a
one?
black person though.
Okay, and that's fine. But what I'm trying to say is like not every black person says that, but it's oral history here in the southeast, and y'all know this. Y'all know I'm not lying when I say this. There's black people
That
that
we
say that they were already here, and then some
No, they
came
don't.
as slaves. Okay,
nah,
that's a
I
lie.
don't
They
know
don't.
about that, bro.
Okay, bro,
No
you're
one was
lying,
saying
bro.
that, brother.
You're
No
lying.
one was denying that they
That's
came from another place.
No. Pause.
that's some new
Pause.
shit.
Pause. That's a straight up lie.
Okay, so all right, so okay, now prove
Yeah.
it. Listen,
What do
because
you mean prove
you
it?
want me to prove something to you, and I can do that.
Okay, so let's make this simple. Like, say, all right, so your family doesn't say that, but there's other black people family that says that, hey,
No, it's
they
not.
were black people. Yes, it is. How you gonna tell me it's
No,
not?
it's not. No, it's not, brother.
Yes,
You
it is.
cannot project your opinion and belief on other people.
Bro, it's all on social media.
Okay, so I'm asking
There's
you again.
videos everywhere. There's
You
people
understand
debating it right now.
how you say your name? How you say your name? Javeri?
You just call me. Sure. Yeah, go ahead.
All right, I don't want to mess it up.
That's cool.
When you say something like that, you're saying that you have, all right, so it's 46 million black people in America, brother.
Yeah.
And the Aboriginal, the we been here claiming people ain't even 1,000 people, brother. Are you aware?
Bro, there's way more than that.
No, I'm gonna say it one more time. Okay, so name me 1,000 people that have the same belief.
Okay, name me 1,000 people that have the same ideology, the same oral history.
I have 46 million people.
Okay, so
Millions.
you're telling me. Okay, so you're telling me.
I have 46 million people in America, but billions worldwide.
So you're telling me your family told you that you came on a slave ship?
Absolutely, on both sides of my family.
On both sides. So so their oral history is that they came from Africa on a slave ship.
And remember, I'm in the South. You said Southeast, so I'm in the South.
Southeast.
Yeah, I know. And so look, let me clear this up because I said it at the beginning. I'm not denying the slave trade happened. I know the slave trade happened. What I'm telling you is there's black people that say that they were already here as well.
No, who are those people? Name them.
Bro, what do you mean?
No, I ain't trying to make it frustrated, but you keep saying it's people. Bro, listen. All right, so let me give you an example. Hold on real quick. I'm gonna go back to your point.
I don't need an example.
Go back to your argument about evolution real quick, just to kind of get you to see what I'm saying. Now, the whole point about evolution, I can take you to South Africa, right? They got, not only do they have a whole museum, but their tour guides and the people that educate and teach this shit are South African people that look just like me and you, not the white man. Okay?
Hold on. Pause.
Hold on. Let me finish.
Evolution.
Now hold on. Let me finish. I'm giving you an example of what I'm referring to as evidence. So now you're gonna be like, well, you got to show me that. Okay. Well, we can go on the Mossy Warrior Clan YouTube channel, and we have the actual evidence where our brother Ben was in South Africa touring the caves where they were finding these hominids and all of these other things. So we have primary evidence, documented evidence, registered evidence at the site, at the location, and being able to bring that back to people. Now,
so you tell me
hold on. Let me finish. Then you're gonna say, well, that's not enough. So now we give you DNA.
I never said that.
No. I'm not saying that you said it's not enough. What I'm trying to do is show you how I can mount the evidence for my argument, and then I'm asking you, can you do the same thing?
Same thing about the evolution theory?
No. The way that I'm talking,
I got you.
Mount my argument and being able to point you in a direction to be able to show and prove versus just speculating and talking. Or assuming.
Yeah, I was trying to finish my sentence, but I couldn't.
Go ahead, bro.
That always happens when I come on here. Okay, so like I was saying, like, all right, there's black people here.
Moving too fast, bro.
Like I said at the very beginning, that there's black people that say that they were already here, and there's black people that said that they came from Africa. So that right there. So with that being said, what a lot of us are doing is.
But hold on, you keep doing a thing to make me cut off. You keep saying they. What I'm asking is, who are they,
bro?
Because
what do you
you're
mean
not making this claim.
Okay,
you're saying other people are saying it, so I'm trying to figure out
other black people in America.
Which black people, brother? Do they got a name?
So you want me to name every last black person.
Listen, when I said what I said about South, you didn't peep what I said. What I said about
Okay,
South
bro.
Africa.
Hey,
But
I don't
now,
think
just hold on real
this
quick.
is
I'm gonna
gonna
let
go
you go.
anywhere.
Hold on real quick. I'm gonna let you go.
Yeah,
When I
keep
said
cutting
what
me
I
off.
said about South Africa, I directly put someone that we're closely related to in South Africa who did the videography of this stuff, documenting this situation.
Bro, I
I
can't even
didn't
finish my
say they,
sentence.
them. I didn't say none of that. I said my brother Black
Okay,
Panther was
bro.
in South
Yeah, I don't
Africa
think I
in
don't think we'll get
videography
anywhere with this conversation, bro.
and got this research for us and brought this research back
Okay,
to
bro. I'm
us.
trying to tell you, but I can't finish my sentence.
You keep saying they and them.
I
You're
can't even
not
finish my sentence.
specific.
Black people, period. Like what?
No, you're
Can you be more
generalizing.
Okay, yeah.
specific?
Hey, y'all. So I came here tonight. Like it's not working out. I'm trying to finish my sentence, but I can't. Y'all acting brand new as if you don't know what's going on right now. You already know that there's a ton of black people on the internet saying the same thing. So why do you want me to name all of their names?
Okay, so check this out.
Yeah, so yeah, like let's move forward.
Okay, hold on. You pause. So I'm gonna interject now. So you said that it's black people that are making this claim. First of all, it's a claim. A claim isn't evidence.
There's saying
Hold on.
and I
Now,
was
do
trying to
you
get to
have
that.
evidence?
I'm trying to get to that, but y'all keep cutting me off.
Can you get to it and stop making claims?
No, y'all keep cutting me off. My sentence.
Well,
So like
just give the evidence, bro. That's all you gotta do.
People. No, okay, bro. If you're going to police everything I say, then there's no conversation.
Yeah, no, we don't need no conversation without no evidence.
Sentence so that we can move on with the conversation.
Is your sentence gonna have evidence
inside
of it?
You're sounding scared or something. Let me finish saying what I'm saying.
That don't work on me. Reverse psychology don't work on me, dog.
Okay, well,
are you going to have evidence?
You asked me to come here.
Okay, well, I told you if you have evidence, you can come here. You hit me up and said we can go live. So I'll need that evidence when you make a claim.
Let me finish my sentence.
If you start babbling, bro, and your evidence don't, what you talking about don't have no claim.
Let me finish this sentence so that we can move forward. If not, then there's nothing to talk about.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Okay, so like I was saying, there's oral history of black people here in the Southeast, including my family and other people's family, and you already know this, that say, yeah, black people were already here, and there were black people that came here from Africa as well.
You already said that. We heard that. We heard that several times.
That being said, if you're asking for evidence, we're gonna have to get to the genealogy, okay? Because that's something that we can use right now.
Genealogy is an individual thing, bro.
Exactly, it's an individual thing. So
okay, so that wouldn't be evidence for a whole group of people.
That's evidence for. Not everyone is the same. Not everyone is from the same city, from the same country.
It does, but it doesn't support your statement that you made.
No, my statement is not everybody came from Africa.
Okay, so all right. So when you say people, you said I'm trying to figure out who they is. Is they Dan Calloway, Ali Muhammad? Is they Aboriginal power?
No. Like, I'm not talking about no leaders. I'm talking about people, real people, black people.
That's what I'm asking you. Who is they besides you? Can you name 10 people besides you, brother?
Can I name 10? Like, I'm not gonna give names out on the internet.
I didn't say give their last names.
No, like that's
just give the names that people know them by.
No, where did you get this? Where did you get this from?
Okay.
Where did you learn this from? Where did you learn it from?
My grandparents, my mom, my dad.
So you're telling me that your grandparents, your mom, and your dad told you that you always been in America your entire life?
No. They told me that there were black people already here.
Listen to what I'm telling you. They told you that your family been here. They're entitled. No, they
bro.
Okay, so why the hell were they checking African American on your shit when you went to school, bro?
I have four different grandparents. What I'm telling you is, people in my family say that there were black people already here, and there were some that came from Africa. I don't
Okay.
understand what the
So can you
confusion
point me
is.
in the direction of who the source of your information is?
Okay,
If
see,
you're
that's the
blaming
thing.
your
You're looking for a
mother-in-law, so
leader.
what evidence did they show you? What evidence did
You're
they?
looking for a leader. So, for example, right?
No, I'm
So
not looking for no
with these
leader. I am looking for
claims,
the source of the claim.
so with these claims, we can get into the genealogy
That
to
is
prove
not
what
going.
we're
All right,
saying.
so listen, bro.
Okay, well then
Okay, so
we
what's
won't
your
get
last name?
anywhere.
What's your last name? Since we
No,
getting in the
I'm
genealogy.
not. I can't do that on here. I
You
already got
just
smart
said we
people.
getting in the genealogy.
No, I'm saying like to know this information, yeah, get into the genealogy.
Okay, so now what I'm going to ask you to do is I need proof, evidence.
No,
So you don't want to provide it, right?
no, I'm not giving my information out there. No,
I'm not asking you for
doing
your listen, bro. Listen. What source? What document?
genealogy.
No, I'm not talking about no fucking genealogy, bro,
Well,
because
that's what I'm
it's
talking
biased
about.
research. You're looking for something to justify. What I'm asking
No,
you for is what primary source document that you have that would show that
okay.
your people been here, bro.
Since you're saying that black people wasn't here, what primary
What
source have
none?
you read
What no
that
black people here.
that
All right.
you
Thank you.
debunked?
I'm glad that you asked me.
Yeah.
So now the
So bring out
primary
your
evidence
source
that
and
all right,
see which
hold
one you
on. You
debunked.
asked me a question and I will be glad to answer.
Yeah, go ahead.
The first people to populate the Americas were not black people at
Oh,
all.
you're talking about the out of Africa.
No, you asked me a question and
Hold on, you
I'm
talking about the out
about
of
to
Africa
answer it.
theory?
No, you asked me a
Bro,
question
when I say
and you
primary
asked me a
sources, I'm
question
talking
and I'm
about
about to
journals.
answer it. You asked me a
Primary
question.
sources, I'm talking
I'm
about
about to
journals.
answer it. Let me
The
answer it.
colonizers that came over here.
Let me
Bro,
answer. I don't care nothing
you
about the
asked the
colonizers.
question.
Bro, he's talking about the out of Africa theory. I ain't talking about
No,
that.
listen, brother. I ain't even discussing with you the out of Africa theory. I am telling you right now, the first people to inhabit the freaking Americas, from Canada to fucking South America, we have their genetic makeup. We have
How?
archaeological evidence.
How?
And how? Because we got
Yes.
DNA on all of these motherfuckers. We got
Bro,
footprints that's
have they
23,000 years
dug up the
old.
entire America? Use common sense.
Brother,
Have
you're
they dug
asking.
up the entire?
Yes.
No, they
Everywhere
haven't.
they looked, they found
Have they
evidence.
dug up under your apartment?
Everywhere that they looked, they found evidence.
Bro,
Whether it
have
dated
they
back.
dug up
Stop.
under
Let
your
me
apartment
finish.
building to
You
find a?
did not let me finish.
They haven't.
Yeah. Okay. This is a great story. Anzac 1, Anzac 1, and Anzac 2. Anzac 1 and Anzac 2 is primary evidence of how they even fucking found these people.
Okay, can you answer my question?
This is a
Have they
10,000.
dug up
Hold
everywhere?
on. Do you
Every
know
place
what
in America?
Anzac
Yes or
1?
no?
Do you know what Anzac
No,
1
no, I
is?
don't. Tell me.
Exactly. So be
No,
quiet and
tell me.
listen so I can explain it to you so we ain't got to
It's
argue about
pointless
it.
if they haven't dug up the entire America.
How do you think they found Anzac 1, brother? By digging. They were constructing shit and they ran into some graves. They found Anzac 1 and Anzac 2. We talking 10,000 years. 10,000 years. That ain't even the only thing. How you think they found the African burial ground? Because they were digging up shit to build on. They found a graveyard. Like all of these archaeological finds that they find in the Americas is because they're building and turning over the ground. And they're running into these bodies and then they're cutting the lands off and they finding out who these people are. Their genetic makeup tells us this. So when I told you who the first people were, we have their DNA. We know exactly who they were and what type of culture. When you say that you've been here, and when black people say, hold on, let me finish. I'm landing my plane. When black people say that they've been here, brother, when we ask them for that, how did you survive? Because there were, first of all, new diseases that were brought here by the white people that came over here colonizing the place. Secondly, how the hell did you survive any attacks against the fucking Indians who were here before you that would have cut your head off?
First off, there's no evidence of Native Americans being. No, pause. There's no evidence of Native Americans having a large population here in the Southeast United States.
Bro, their culture was from coast to coast, north to south.
No, it
We've
wasn't.
seen it. Yes,
Bro, the Native Americans were mainly in the western part of the United States. The black people were mainly in the
What?
southeast.
No,
east region.
man.
Yes,
No,
man.
that is not
Show
right.
your
No,
proof.
no, no,
Where's
no,
your
no,
proof?
no, 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 no.
Where's your
The
proof?
motherfuckers went
There's
west
no
when the
proof of
white
that.
people came, bro. When the white people came and got to pushing them, the white people pushed them west, bro. We
The
got
Native
Indians
Americans never
all
were
up and
pushed
down the
west.
east. See, this is where evidence comes into play, right?
Bro, black people were the only people that were pushed
Oh,
west,
there were not.
pushed
Okay,
north,
so where they at?
pushed
Where they
to
at?
South
Where they
Florida.
where they bodies at? Where they
They're in
bodies?
California.
No,
They're
where the
up in
black people
Chicago.
bodies
They're in
at,
New
bro?
York.
Where the black
People were the
people
only
bodies at?
people that migrated out of the South.
Where are
There's
the black
okay.
people's? What the evidence for black
Where
people?
is
at,
the
bro?
evidence of all of these Native Americans dying off in the southeast region of the United States?
Easy.
Where?
I'm glad that
There's
you asked.
none. There's
I'm glad
none.
you asked.
The Native Americans never had a large population in the southeast.
You're
Never.
lying again.
Okay. All right. On the Trail of Tears, who were the majority?
Now
of the
look
people?
at where you're going, brother. Look where you're going.
No.
I'm talking before the white man, and here you go bringing up the Trail of Tears.
No. Because
You're
there's no
jumping
evidence
dates,
of
bro.
anything else.
We
The
talk
Native Americans say that they
origins
were
of the
on the Trail
people
of Tears.
here. You move to
I'm
the Trail of
asking you.
Tears. That's
So
two different time periods.
No.
You need to
because
stick
that's
with one
evidence.
time period, bro.
No. That's evidence. So who were the majority of those people on the Trail of Tears? They say that it was Native Americans and African slaves, right?
Do you know when the Trail of Tears happened?
Yes.
Okay, so what? All right, so hold on, stop.
The
Hold
Trail of
on.
Tears ends the whole debate.
Hold on. Can you see my screen? Can you see my screen? Yes or no?
Let me see. Hold on. Yeah.
All right. Native Americans have been living in the Southeast for at least 12,000 years.
Okay.
Show me a black
person saying that, like,
no, I'm not finna. Listen, bro. I'm not finna let you.
Let's get to the Trail of
I'm
Tears.
dealing with archaeology, bro. Listen, look. Read the next thing. Read the next sentence.
Who were those
recent
people?
archaeological evidence
those people
have been living in the region as long as 30,000 years or more.
Bro, there is zero evidence of the Mongolian people having a large population in the southeast.
The Mongolian people. Listen, bro. Listen. No.
Mongolian.
So, where's your evidence that says this?
Where is your evidence?
You won't even take the time out.
So let's get to hard evidence. Let's get to stuff that you actually prove.
Tell me what you accept as hard evidence.
Let's get to the Trail of Tears. Let's get to the Trail of Tears right now.
Don't prove shit, bro.
Yes, it proves everything.
No, it don't, man.
The whole debate. It's over.
No, it don't.
You know the Trail of Tears ends.
No, it does not. Listen, man. Listen. Do you know when the Trail of Tears happened?
Yes, in the 1830s. We all know.
So why the fuck am I talking about the 1830s when I'm showing you that it's fucking Native Americans 20,000 years ago?
They were on that trail.
Bro, I'm showing you.
No,
man. Listen. I'm showing you. I'm getting ready to show you even more.
You right now the
Trail of Tears. Not you talking. I'm showing you.
This isn't showing me anything.
Okay, so I'm about to show you the archaeological record for 20,000 year survey showing that Native Americans were...
Bro, 20,000 years ago.
Nigga, you talking about some shit from the 1830s.
Because the 1830s.
The fuck is you talking about?
Listen.
What come first?
Listen to what I'm saying. They said that Native Americans.
Which is longer, 20,000 years or 100 years? 90 years.
This exposes the whole thing. You don't have to go back that far.
Shout out to motherfucking Khalil. That's all I'm saying. Shout out to Khalil. You already, bro. You know what book I got?
Oh, he did that thing already.
Yeah, you know what book I got.
Yeah, you gotta email that to me.
Okay, yeah.
I just checked my email, bro.
Something just happened. Don't worry about it.
I ain't got nothing to do with you.
You can hear me?
Yeah.
Bro, okay, bro. So okay, look, check me out. Pretty much this is what I'm saying, man. let's
No.
go.
I don't want to know what you're saying.
There we go. Same thing as last time. What I'm trying to tell you is we can get to the bottom of this with the Trail of Tears. That inside
No, we
debate.
cannot, brother. How?
Bro,
Listen,
all right,
do you know
question.
that I'm going beyond
don't
Trail
you
of
wanna-
Tears?
Why don't
you-
you want to go there?
Okay, so
Be honest with me. Why don't
Do
you
you
want to
not-
talk about the Trail of Tears?
yeah, you asked me a question. Let me answer. Because
ahead.
I'm predating the Trail of Tears, bro.
It's
I'm
not
showing you
predating.
that
There's no proof of that.
There's no proof.
No,
There's
that's
no
not
proof.
of Native Americans having a large population here.
Bro, they got a whole fucking culture called the Mississippian
Bruh,
culture.
There is no evidence of the Native Americans ever having a large population in the Southeast.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. There's none.
Is it evidence of black people having a large population in that region
Of course.
during that time period?
There is,
Bro,
where-
during this time
in,
period?
for example, even in the Cherokee oral history, when they arrived there were people already there.
But
And
do
those people were
the
called- and those people were
Cherokee
called
say
the
that
Bonai
black
Negroes.
people are Cherokee?
You said what?
Do the Cherokee also say that black people are Cherokee or native or indigenous to America?
No, they
Hey,
completely
bro,
Okay, so
wrote us out of
Suchet,
history. They completely
Suchet,
wrote us
you
out
got
of
it.
history.
So, hey, listen, bro, what's your name again? Dre. I'm gonna call you Dre.
Yeah, that's cool.
All right, so Dre. So here we go. This is before the Trail of Tears, 900 CE. That
I
means
got you.
recent. Okay. A group of newcomers arrived in central Georgia, that's southeast, pushing out the existing woodland culture and establishing various settlements. Archaeologists call these people the Mississippians because their way of life is thought to have originated in the region we now know as the Mississippi River
Those are
Valley.
black people, by the way.
They are not black people.
They most definitely.
It ain't
black
even no black people around in 900 CE, bro.
bro.
They make clear distinctions. I can listen. I can show you in their
Bro,
own
you're
words where they.
lying. It's
What?
simple.
Hold
You're
on.
lying.
So again, hold on. So
They lie
again,
about
I asked
everything.
you. Hey, listen. I asked you this shit earlier. I said, "What do you accept as evidence? What do you accept as evidence?" I'm gonna give you what you
Things
accept
that
as
we can
evidence.
prove. Things that we
What?
can prove. Things that we can prove.
What you think I'm doing right now?
That's not proving nothing.
You
Can
prove
nobody
shit
see it?
No,
with
anymore?
how is it
evidence.
not? How is
Okay,
it not,
so what can I
brother?
say is
What
fast
can you
forward.
refute on here?
So fast forward to the Trail of Tears so we can get going.
Why the fuck am
Why
I
are we
fast
fast
forwarding?
forwling?
Because people listen to what I'm
You
trying to say.
said
The
that
Trail
people
of
been
Tears.
here, bro. And then when I go back to 900 CE,
Bro, you're wasting
where it
your
ain't no
time
black
going
people,
back 12,000
you
years
call
ago.
us crazy. You said it's a lie. So what I'm
No,
listen, you cannot dismiss evidence without presenting
No.
evidence that
yeah, because the
evidence
Trail of Tears
presented.
exposed the lie.
The
And that's what I'm
Trail
trying
of
to tell you.
Tears
Let's
don't
get to the Trail of Tears and
Oh
stop
my
wasting our
god
time.
damn. Bro, you don't even know what the fuck the Trail of Tears is.
He gonna get trapped on that too.
So, all right, are y'all ready to talk about that? Because everything else is it's
God
irrelevant.
damn, this is you see why I got frustrated last time. Nigga bounce
Yeah,
around.
because
from place to
because you
place.
try to control everything, and that's not
Nigga
happening.
bounce around from place to place. You
It
talking
ain't
about the
happening.
origin. You talking about who's
Bruh, that's
indigenous
not
here.
proof of
Then you go
nothing.
back to the
Let's go to the Trail of
1830s.
Tears to the 1830s.
You know how fucking stupid that shit sound?
Because you're slow and you can't get it.
Oh, we slow. Okay.
Yeah, of course you're
I'm
slow. 'Cause
slow.
You're not
Okay.
understanding. You're not understanding what I'm saying, and you're not trying to understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, because that dumbass shit don't make no sense. What
Okay,
about the
so
Trail
like-
of Tears? Go ahead,
Okay,
bro.
so
God
listen,
damn.
all right, the Trail of Tears, right? It said that Native Americans were the majority of those people on the Trail of Tears that were forced to Oklahoma, but there's no proof of
Which Native
those
Americans?
people. Huh?
Which Native Americans?
You already know the 5 civilized tribes.
Oh, so
Okay.
you are the part of the 5 civilized tribes.
Are you gonna let me talk or not?
I'm asking a question.
Are you gonna let me talk or not?
I'm asking a question.
Indians.
Are you a
Indians,
part
black
of the
people.
5 civilized tribes?
Indians, black people. But I'm trying to tell you the lie that they did.
So we are
So
the
this
5
was
civilized
a
tribes,
symbol.
and we also
So the
enslaved
people-
other
so
black
they
people.
claim the 5 civilized tribes, the Native Americans, were pushed to Oklahoma. But my thing is this: when it got to
We
Oklahoma
so hold
in the
on,
1830s,
hold
what did
on,
they build in
hold
Oklahoma?
on, hold
What did they
on.
build in Oklahoma
So we
in the
are a part
1830s?
of the 5 civilized tribes. Is that what you're trying to say? The
No,
5
no,
civilized tribes is black people.
no, 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 not everybody was
They're
black.
not.
No. Mm. That's not
So
what I'm saying.
why are we going
I'm
here
trying to tell
again?
you. I'm trying to tell you.
Can you make it short? Can you kind of
I'm
condense that?
trying to tell you, but you keep cutting me off like you did last time.
You go too long, bro. You talk a lot of
Bruh, I
shit,
can't
make a
even finish
lot
a
of claims.
without you always
I don't
cutting me.
have the patience for that.
Scary.
I don't
You're
have the
scared.
patience.
Hey, do you accept this evidence right here on the screen?
I mean, what is that?
This was made during the Mississippian period. The one that you said it is a lie, that it is wrong. The natives made this. It's a bowl.
Okay. All right, bro. So
It's on the screen. Guess what? It's telling you where it's found. It's evidence. Do you accept this type of
that's
evidence?
not evidence that they made that.
No, bro. Listen, ain't no fucking body made this shit. This shit was made during that time. Do you accept it or not?
Of course, but it doesn't mean that Native Americans made it.
Bro, listen. Do you not understand? Can you read? Can you read? If so, can you read this real quick?
What you're saying because the article says, "Oh, Native
No,
Americans."
hell no. Can you read? I'm asking. Can you read this right here?
I'm trying to see what it says. Hold on. Okay, yeah. So what about it?
No. I need you to. Can you read it to us?
And I don't feel like reading it, but I mean, like, what about it?
Okay, so this is clearly an artifact found from a site during the Mississippian period.
Okay.
So you saying black people been here? This predates black people.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
No. You're saying black people came here a few hundred years ago. And I'm telling you, no, that's not true.
No,
okay, bro.
No. Black people did not wasn't here. How the fuck did they get here? How they get here? No. You said you got
we were everywhere.
No,
I don't know.
No. Listen.
I have zero idea.
All right, so you don't know how the fuck. So how did anyone get here?
It's like, for example, I don't know where life started, but y'all are so arrogant to.
I ain't asking you none of that about how life started.
Y'all are so
I'm
arrogant
asking
that y'all
you,
believe
how
that y'all
did
know where
people
life
get
started.
here? You said you don't know. All right.
We don't know. Who knows?
No. Don't project your stupidity on me.
And no one knows.
Don't project your stupidity on me and Sutek.
You don't know either. Prove it. Prove that you know.
All righty.
So prove that you know where life started in humans.
All right, so hold on. No. Hold on.
You can't prove it. There's no proof of that.
I asked you a question. You said you didn't know how people got here. So I'm about to tell you how people arrived in the Americas.
How can you tell us that
if you shut the fuck up, then maybe you can hear. Maybe you'll hear you'll hear how if you can shut the fuck up. How about that?
Tell me how, because there's no proof. Like, we don't know because we wasn't there.
We have evidence of the Beringer Land Bridge where people cross. How do we have that evidence? Because we have bone. Hold on. We have the bones of the mastodons that they were hunting. There was DNA evidence left there that was preserved that we found. There was a culture preserved during that Ice Age period that allowed that shit to happen. There's a boat, a canoe, not a boat, but a canoe-like raft that was found, that is dated, that we got, that shows that. We have footprints. I'm talking archaeological records here. Since you said we don't have the evidence, I'm naming the evidence. By the way. I'm not finished. What we find all over this motherfucker intact. Mummified bodies whose DNA we can extract, that we can look at. We got a damn Native American 500 years ago that was found, 2 of them, that was found on top of 3 of them, that was found on top of a fucking mountain in the Andes mountain. It wasn't no fucking black person. So what I'm talking about is recent evidence and going all the way back to when we have the oldest evidence 13 to 15,000 years of fucking bodies that we can actually turn around. You said these people didn't have a population, brother. They had at least
No.
15.
Pause.
I mean, not 15. I'm sorry. They had at least 18 to 23,000 years of breeding to transpire. And some of these motherfucking people isolated themselves. That's how we have these different haplogroups in the Americas. So for you to reject the evidence that we have, it's silly. Because I asked you, what will you accept as evidence? And you said you don't. They lied about it. That's what you said.
Hey, like you do know, like the Clovis first theory and all that stuff is like pretty much
not a theory,
dead
bro.
now.
It's not a theory,
it's
bro.
Not a fact. Okay, how is it a fact if we can't?
Do you know what a scientific theory is? Do you know what a scientific theory is? Do you know what a scientific theory is?
Bro, answer the question. How is it a fact?
Do you know what a scientific theory is?
Americas, let's just use common sense.
Do you know what a scientific theory is?
Tell me. Go ahead and tell me.
A scientific theory is an explanation of the facts. So when you sit here and say what you're saying, do you understand what the fuck you're saying? You're not making
understand that they haven't dug up the entire America to find out.
Bro, how did you know what they have and have not dug up, bro?
Okay, so you telling me they dug up the entire America?
Do you know what archaeology is? And do you know how archaeologists work?
Bro, all right, bro. We're on record right now. Have they dug up the entire America to find the oldest bones and skulls?
Why the fuck do they have to dig up the entire
Because if you're
America?
going to say it's a fact, then they have to have dug up the entire America to prove that it's a fact.
You don't have to go dig
That's why it's
into
a theory.
First of all, you don't go digging to look for shit. Something has to lead you to go dig.
Bro, that's irrelevant to what we're
all right, so they have when they went to go dig, guess what they found? No, hold on. Since we're talking about digging, you know what they found when they went digging? They found 23,000-year-old footprints in South America when they went to go digging. Hold on. The oldest fossilized footprints in the Americas was found in South America, dating 23,000 years. So when you sit here and talk about they ain't digging and ain't doing shit, they got plenty of archaeological digs. That's how the fuck they're finding bodies, but they ain't always finding bodies on digs. They're finding bodies in caves. They're finding bodies on top of mountains. They finding bodies in these little pit mounds. They finding these little bodies in certain graveyards. So what the fuck are we talking about? It ain't always gonna be a dig, bro. It's not always gonna be a dig. If it was a dig, listen, if it was always a dig, they wouldn't have found them bodies in the caves that go back 10,000 years. That's in Nevada, Spirit Cave, to be exact. That's an archaeological site survey where they found female 10,000 years ago. That's how old she is. And then to turn around and I told you about Anzac 1 and Anzac 2, that's even more evidence. But that was a dig. They were out there trying to do some construction shit. And they just so happened to stumble and stop and found out that it was some fucking kids. And them kids was dated. Bro, so listen to what I'm trying to tell you. We have evidence. There is a person that lives in Montana right now who has 55 generations of evidence to show and prove that his people been in this motherfucker at least 18,000 years. And you finna sit up here and tell me that that's a lie, that it's made up, and you don't want to accept that as evidence? That Blackfoot motherfucker has got 55 generations of DNA, killing your genealogical tree. Bro, he's going back 55 fucking gens, man.
Bro, we could have ended this whole lie with the Trail of Tears, bro.
This nigga said the Trail of fucking Tears. I'm showing you people way before the Trail of Tears.
You can fast forward to 1830s.
Bro,
like,
the Trail of Tears does not default, motherfucker. The Trail of Tears doesn't prove he was here first. See, this is what I mean. You don't know what the Trail of Tears is,
bro. All right, bro. You gotta you gotta think, man. Like,
no. You don't get paid to think, brother. Bro, you don't get paid to think. You're not a thinking man. You're not a thinking man.
Let's use hard
You're
evidence,
not a thinking man. You're not.
Bro, where you been? I already
You're
been.
Not a thinking man.
Bro,
You're
where you
not.
been? I already been there, bro.
No, you ain't, because the evidence
Yeah,
that I just gave you today, you didn't know shit about that shit.
bro,
You
I
didn't know
already
nothing
been there. The
about the
evolution
evidence.
theory,
No,
you
you
know.
don't know nothing about none of that shit. This is what you want to talk about. The Trail of fucking Tears. Look at the Trail of
Yes.
Tears, ladies and gentlemen. The 19th
It-
century. Why the fuck am I in the 19th century when I got some shit that predate the white people ever
because that
come to
exposes
the land?
everything. And I understand why you don't want to talk about it. I get
Go
it.
ahead. Why you think I don't want? Why you think we don't want to discuss this?
Because it exposes everything.
How?
So,
Show us where. Show us where in the
all
Trail
right.
of Tears is
So
exposed.
in
What
the
does it
1830s,
expose?
in the 1830s, you know, the so-called Native Americans, they were the main people on that trail, and they were forced to Oklahoma. My thing is, what did they build once they got to Oklahoma? Nothing. So in the
That's a
1830s,
lie.
what I
That's a
no,
lie.
no, 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 no,
Guess
no,
what?
hold
Hold
on.
on.
Let
No,
me let me
that's a
finish
lie.
talking.
Because guess what? We
Let,
got somebody from
I can't
Oklahoma
finish.
who is a
Let
native
me
who
let
got
me
native
finish,
ancestry in him. We got
bro.
somebody whose people was
That's
on the
in the
Trail of
chat
Tears.
too.
Bro.
We got somebody whose people was on the Trail of Tears.
Well, I
So
see
why
you
you
still in
sitting
the
over here talking that shit about the Trail of Tears, nigga? We got people whose people was actually on that shit.
So yeah, and we do too. But
Nah, you ain't got shit.
I don't.
yeah,
Nigga.
we definitely do.
You ain't got shit.
So anyways, so what I'm
The
saying
Trail
is
of Tears, brother. Prove to us how this
majority of those
debunks all
people.
the other shit, bro.
Okay, I
Show me
can't
how
finish. I
something in
can't
the
finish what I was
19th
saying.
century
That's
gonna
why
debunk
I
what
didn't let you
predates
talk.
it.
So, anyways, the
That brother
majority
that we
of
was
those
talking about right
people
there, that
on the
had
Trail
people
of
from the
Tears.
Trail of Tears. There you go, right there. There
Okay,
you go, right there.
who cares? But I want to finish saying what I was saying.
He know you lying. He know you full of shit.
So, anyways, in the 1830s, that's when the formation of the Black Wall Street started.
Oh my god damn.
What
bro.
the fuck?
That
This nigga brought up
is
Wall Street, bro. During the
yeah,
Trail of Tears?
it's simple. It's simple.
No,
In the
nigga, you fucked
1830s,
up. You just fucked up, bro.
Indian people were forced to Oklahoma.
Fucked up.
In the 1830s, the
You just
formation of the
fucked up.
Black Wall Street started once the black
You
people got
already
to
said
Oklahoma.
those 5 civilized tribes weren't black people, bro. You already said that. We got it on tape.
I was trying to tell you how they're lying.
This nigga gonna
but
take
you too
us
slow to
100
get it.
years, bro. Hey, Sutek. This nigga gonna take us listen, Black Wall Street is 100 years from the Trail of Tears.
No, nigga, it started in the formation of it started in the 1830s.
The
What the hell are you talking
formation
about?
of Black Wall Street don't
Started in
start
the
no
1830s, bro.
1800s, nigga.
The
Segregation.
formation of the Black Wall Street started in the 1830s.
Okay, so where'd you read that? Where'd you
I
read
think
that
you
from?
are.
Where'd you
Bro,
read that from?
Pull it up right now on Google.
No, I
Type
asked
in
you where did no.
formation
I
of the
don't
Black
need to know.
Wall Street
Where
started in
did
the
you read it
1830s.
from? Where did you read it
Bro,
from?
you can pull it up on Google right now.
No,
Show
where
it-
did
show
you
it on the
read
live
it
stream.
from? Where did you read the formation of Black Wall Street
It's
started?
literally, I just told your ass right now.
You didn't
Pull it
tell me.
up,
I asked you
put it
where
on the
did you
screen.
read it?
Pull it up, put it on the screen.
Where
right
did
now.
you read it from?
Go to Google.
No, nigga.
Type in formation of the Black Wall Street, and it's gonna pop up 1830s. It's a whole article on
No,
it.
you're not
Simple.
listening.
Why are you running?
Are you not listening?
Are you not listening? I just told you. Are you
Right.
slow? Pull
You're
it
not.
up. Stop being scary.
Not.
Pull it up. Put it on the screen.
I asked you
Hurry
again.
up.
What
Do it.
source, nigga?
Nigga, just pull it up.
No,
Just Google it.
what am I pulling?
Go to it right now. I can't see
What
the
the fuck
screen.
am
I
I
can't
pulling
see it.
up?
I just told you, go to Google, type it in. And it's
Type
gonna
it
pop
what,
up.
nigga? What am I typing in? Are you not listening?
Formation of Black Wall Street, 1830s. I said it like fucking 5 times.
No, you did not.
I already told you. So put that in right now. Pull it up on the screen.
How the fuck am I pulling up the formation of
I
Black Wall?
can't see back here. I don't know where I'm at. I can't see. So just go to Google. Formation of Black Wall Street, 1830s.
Listen. This is the funniest shit ever right here. I got a nigga that's in Oklahoma right now, and he finna tell me about. He gonna tell us more than the nigga that's in Oklahoma who's goddamn mixed with native ancestry. What the fuck is going on in Oklahoma? Watch this shit. Here you go. You said
No,
pull this shit up.
can you show the article?
You said
Formation of Black Wall Street. Hold on, I can't see.
you can't see that.
Oh, I cannot. All right. Did you pull up the formation of the Black Wall Street 1830s? It's on Google, so I mean you should be able to see it.
Can you not see this, dude?
Hold on.
It tells you the whole story of Black Wall Street, bro.
Did you search? Well, did you search it? Formation of Black Wall Street 1830s.
This nigga not see. Can he not see?
Hello?
Formation of Black Wall Street 1830. Clicked on the
pull it up.
fucking link, bro.
Hold on, let me see if I can pull it up. I think it dropped me or something.
It's not gonna change. Before the area we know as Oklahoma received statehood in 1907, the region was known as Indian Territory. This unorganized territory was served as a home to the 5 civilized tribes: the Cherokee, the Creek, Choctaw, Chickasaw, and Seminole. After their forced exodus from the southeast in the 1830s and reservation tribes originally from far west, members of all 5 civilized tribes were chattel slaveholders and brought enslaved people with them during the removal.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
All right, so hey, is this the CNN article?
No.
All right, hold on. All right, so I got it right here because
you want me to go to the CNN article, bro?
No, yeah, the CNN article. It came out.
I fucking have better sources than CNN.
Don't run.
CNN is using someone else's information, bro. Did you not look at their source?
Bro? Don't run from the article. The formation of the Black Wall Street started in Oklahoma.
How would I run from the article that's saying the same shit that I just had on the screen?
And there's black people that say the same thing that I'm saying.
No, it ain't no damn black people saying shit that you saying, bro. None of these motherfuckers.
Because black people were the ones that started the Black Wall Street. Yes, and they're chiefs right now.
Yo, bro. Hey, bro. Who said that black people? Who said black people didn't start Black Wall Street? Who said that?
Show the audience.
Who said that black people didn't start Wall Street?
No. I didn't say that. I said black people
started. You just did.
Bro, this whole argument, I was saying that black people was forced out. Some of them were forced out and then went to Oklahoma.
Black people was not forced out of
Black
nowhere.
Wall Street in
the Indians was forced. The Indians
were black people that started the Black Wall Street. What are you talking about? That's my whole point I'm trying to make.
You're talking about the Trail of Tears. You're talking about Native Americans, bro.
Bro, listen to what I'm trying to tell you. What I'm trying to tell you is they lied. It wasn't the Mongolian people.
What the fuck?
You just said, you literally just said that the 5 civilized tribes wasn't black people.
Bro,
what the fuck
are y'all
talking
slow?
about?
Are you slow?
You out of all people shouldn't be calling nobody slow, bro.
What I was trying to tell you was they lied.
No, who lied? Who is they? Who is they?
You already know.
No. I can't do this no more.
Okay.
Who the fuck is they?
All right.
Who is they?
I
can't do this generalization, bro. Who the fuck is they? Who is
the
they?
White people that's running America.
Who?
The white people that's in control of America
right now. How the fuck did the Native Americans get on these reservations in the fucking Oklahoma and they're telling us what the fuck happened to them?
Bro,
have you not listened to the Native Americans?
Okay, bro. All right, bro. Like this conversation is too much for you.
No,
Oh, yeah,
the
you
conversation is
can't
too much
you
for
can't
you
comprehend
because I'm
you can't
requesting
comprehend it.
shit that you ain't got.
You can't comprehend it. Like it's just
No,
not
you can't
registered.
comprehend it. Nigga,
You're
you
not
just
getting it.
told me that the mother. Listen, bro, you took me to the Trail of Tears, to Black Wall Street to try to argue to say that black people been here. How,
No,
nigga, that ain't no.
listen to what I'm trying to
Listen,
tell you.
no, listen to
In the
this shit.
1830s,
Listen to this
those
shit.
people that were forced to
No,
Oklahoma
let's
have
read your
the
article,
proof that
nigga.
they were
Let's
forced to
read your
Oklahoma
article.
because
Listen
they
to
started the
your
Black Wall
article.
Street
Listen
in
to
the
your article.
1830s.
No, listen to your article. It says, laying the
Okay, about to say.
foundation. The foundations of Greenwood District and Black Wall Street were built in the 1830s when African Americans first migrated to Oklahoma. Many black people had arrived as slaves. What? Many black people had arrived as slaves to the Native American members of the Chickasaw.
And that's not true.
It
And the
is
point
true.
of the article of me
That's
telling
your
you
source,
was that
nigga. That's your
This
source.
nigga just
I'm
told me to
trying to
read the
show you the
CNN article and
dates
then tell
so
me
that you
that's
can
not
understand what
true.
we're saying. Are you slow? What I'm trying to
Maybe
tell
I'm
you is
retarded.
those people,
We
those
slow,
people
but you
on
picked
the
the fucking
Trail of
article
Tears,
that don't agree with you.
bro. All right, bro. You're you're slow, bro. Yeah, you're not getting it. So for whatever reason, it's pointless to even break it down to you because you can't comprehend.
Hey, listen to this. Listen to
Bro,
this.
you can't even comprehend what I'm
Listen
saying.
to this. Following the end of the Civil War in 1865 and the
Bro, you don't
ratification
have to
of
read
the
it.
13th
It was the
Amendment,
dates. The
which
dates.
called for the abolition
Bro, let me
of
break it down for
slavery,
you.
the
Let me
abolition
break
of
it down
slavery,
for you.
African Americans were granted
Oh my
citizenship.
God.
It said African American twice in this little bitty ass paragraph
Bro,
that we're reading.
can I break it down for you so you can understand what I'm trying to
No,
tell
we
you?
don't need you to break it down. The source
Yeah,
is
you
breaking
do
it
because you're
down
slow.
in
You're
a
not
better
getting
way
it.
than you
For
are.
some reason,
We need
Nigga, you
we
just
can
told me
read
to
the
read
source.
the
Yep.
You're
You said
just
read
not
this
getting it.
source. So we were supposed to read this source just to see
I was trying to
1830
show you the
and
dates.
disregard everything else.
No, because the guy said that it was in the
But we
1900s.
slow. Okay.
Yes. What I was trying to tell you was the formation of the Black Wall Street started in the
This nigga
1830s.
stupid. Did you
And those
graduate? Did you
people
graduate from high school?
and those people that were
Did you
forced to
graduate from high
Oklahoma,
school?
the majority of them were the
You dropped
black
out.
people that migrated to Oklahoma
You
and
dropped
started the
out
formation of
some
the Black
shit.
Wall Street in the
He ain't
1830s.
graduate high
Yeah, I
school.
believe.
It's
He
simple.
ain't graduate high school. Bro. He ain't got no diploma, bro.
Yeah,
Well, we slow. That's crazy.
Your article was telling us about this whole formation that you were talking about. Listen, it goes even
nigga, I was
further.
trying to show you
The
the
birth
date
of Black Wall Street. No.
and
The
how they
date is irrelevant. The date
Bro,
is
are you,
irrelevant.
bro.
The date. This is
All
how irrelevant the date is.
Are you
This is how
are you trying to
irrelevant
get
the
somewhere?
date
Are
is.
you trying to understand? Are you scared?
This is how
Which
irrelevant.
one?
Listen,
Are you
this is how
scared or what?
irrelevant the date is. This is how irrelevant it is. The motherfuckers were African Americans.
Oh my god. Were they labeled? Were they called African
Oh my
Americans
god.
in the 1830s?
Oh my god.
Were they called
Oh
African
my
Americans in the
god.
1830s?
Oh my
Does
god.
that fucking matter?
No,
Oh
it does
my
matter. Were they
This is
called
this
African
source is
Americans?
this source is from
No,
this
were they
millennium.
called African Americans in the 1830s?
Bro, they were African
Who?
Americans.
Were they called African Americans?
They
in
were
the
African
1830s?
Americans in the 1830s.
So
They were African Americans.
Can
They were
you show me
African
that?
Americans in the
Can you show
1600s.
me that? Can you show me that?
Yeah, in the okay.
No. Can you
Do
show
you
me
know when
that?
they were calling them
Can
motherfuckers
you show
African
me on the
Americans?
census? On the census, can you show me that
I don't
everybody
need to
was
look
called
at no
African
fucking
Americans
census that you don't even
in the
know how to
1830s?
interpret. Why would I look at
Hello?
something that you can't even interpret?
No. Can
We
you
can't
show me this?
identify ourselves. We got to look at the
No, can you
census.
show me this? Exactly. You can't. So be quiet. Thank you.
Yes, I can.
Show
I don't
me.
need no fucking
Oh,
census to tell me
In the
who the black people
1830s,
were.
show me that all these black people were called African Americans.
Let me
But
do
what did
let me
they,
do something better.
Pull it up. Pull it up. Pull it up. Pull it up.
were they themselves saying that they were African?
Pull it up.
This how slow. This how you
This nigga
treat slow.
they run the same fucking talking
Black,
points.
belonging to or denoting a human group having dark colored skin, especially of sub-Saharan African ancestry. End of the story. So if the census
So when they
says
were saying black,
If the census says black, if the census says Negro, it is denoting people of African ancestry. What the fuck are we talking about?
What they called African American in the 1830s.
Nigga, they were the fucking CNN article was written in fucking the article that you told me to read was written in 2021. What the fuck?
You put emphasis on African American. African American.
Yeah, nigga. They're not gonna say
African American in the 1830s.
So they would be calling themselves Negroes in 2021. Do we call ourselves that?
What is African American in the 1830s?
Look at the dates. Look at the dates. When was it written? What did I say? In 2021. You think this woman, Jasmine Goodwin, is going to be saying Negro or black all through this shit? No, she's denoting, she's telling you in the fucking article who the fucking black people were of Black Wall Street. For years, it was a beacon for African Americans looking to escape the discrimination and violence of the Jim Crow South. What is you talking about?
Anyways, so what I was trying to tell you was
you lost that
when
one,
the black people migrated to Oklahoma, they were the majority of those people on the Trail of Tears.
No, they wasn't.
Why your article didn't say that?
They were slaves, nigga.
They
were slaves, nigga. They were the Indian slaves, nigga.
What did the Native Americans build on the same
They were the Indian slaves.
Black people.
They were slaves to these motherfucking
What did Native
tribes.
Americans build on the same level of black people in Oklahoma in the 1830s?
You said the Native American, the 5 civilized tribes and 1 black people.
What did the Native Americans build on the same level of the Black Wall Street in Oklahoma once they got there?
What? This ain't about what people fucking built, you dumbass.
I'm trying to.
You said no. Your original argument was that black people been in the Americas. That's false. Then you turned around and tried to say you can prove it. I said, how? You took me to the Trail of fucking Tears, and I'm sitting here saying, no,
that
bro,
proves everything.
No, man.
What did the Native Americans
There's nothing in the Trail of Tears that prove your point.
Of black people in the 1830s.
The Trail of Tears proved that people was enslaved to these fucking Indians.
The Trail of Tears proves that the majority of those people were black people that were.
No, it don't. Where in the Trail of Tears? Where in the Trail of Tears does it prove?
What did the Native Americans build?
I'm asking you a fucking question.
I'm asking you a question. Answer it. Stop running.
I'm not asking
from the question.
I'm not. It's not about
what's the question, bro. Answer the question. What did they build on the level of black people in Oklahoma in the 1830s?
Bro, you got to shut the fuck up. At some point, you got to fucking listen. You're talking too much. You made a claim and you cannot prove or substantiate your claim. You simply said
I'm literally proving it right now.
No, you are not. You did not. You asked a dumbass question. You asking me about some fucking what did the Native Americans build? Who the fuck gives a fuck what they built or what they didn't build? I don't give a fuck about what the Native Americans did or didn't do. You said what you said, nigga. And the Trail of Tears don't prove that black people been in this motherfucker.
It proves that they lied.
No, it didn't. Lied about what?
So, all right. So what did they build on the level of black people in the 1830s?
Who gives, nigga, the black people?
That shows everything.
There ain't no black people without.
It kills the whole argument.
There ain't no black people without.
What did they build?
There ain't no black people without.
The majority of those people,
the black people that built in Oklahoma were black people, bro. They were
it can't be more obvious than that.
Sutek, you got your video clip ready, man? I ain't finna argue with this dumbass nigga, yo. Just play his words. Man.
I'm still looking for it.
Listen, bro. I'm not gonna let you do it. I'm dealing with archaeology, bro. He don't even fucking understand what he's saying. He's just talking over and over and over and over and over. Like the shit's going beyond his head. He's not even understanding what he's saying. He told me to go to CNN. I pulled a CNN article up. That motherfucker don't even agree with him. So now he tried to say they lying.
Bro, I pulled the article up for the
listen,
date,
bro.
dumbass.
Listen, bro.
I think you are.
Prove that they lying. Prove that they're lying. Prove it.
Bro, I pulled the
No.
article for
Share your screen.
date.
Prove it.
You said the
Share your
1900s. I
screen.
was telling
Share
you
your
no.
screen.
The
Prove it.
formation
You gonna
started
give me
in
the I'm on my
1830s.
cell
You just
phone
showed it
shit.
on the screen
You
already.
gonna give me my I'm on myself, nigga. They called them African Americans, nigga, and they said that they were fucking
No, you
slaves,
said the
nigga.
date. You said the 1900s.
I
I was telling
want
you no. The
evidence.
formation
Show me that the
started in the
article is lying.
1830s.
Prove
And I
to
was
us that
using
the
that
article is
article to
lying.
prove what I was saying was
Before
right.
you leave, because you're gonna run
Are
like a
you
little
slow?
bitch. Before you
I think
leave,
you are.
prove that the article is lying. What evidence do you have to say that the article was lying?
Bro, the point of
That
the
black
article
people
was to
been
show
here.
the date. You got the date
I
wrong.
showed the date. The
You
article
got
was
the
written in
date wrong. The point of
2021.
the article was the date.
The
I was trying
article
to show
was
you that.
written in
The formation
2021.
of the Black Wall
The
Street started
article
in
was
the
written in
1830s.
2021.
The formation of the Black
The
Wall Street started in the
formation is
1830s. Debunk
irrelevant.
that.
The
Debunk it.
formation is irrelevant.
No,
What you're
it's
talking
definitely
about? No,
relevant.
listen
It
to me.
shows who the people were.
1800s
It
is okay.
They
So
were
what
black
comes
people.
with
Okay.
hey? So let me ask you this:
So what
Is
did Native Americans
1800
build on the
greater
level of
than
black
or
people?
less than 20,000?
You said what?
Is 1800 greater than or less than 20,000?
Can you prove what you're saying?
No,
is
nigga. I
20,000
asked you a
years ago,
question.
dude. Wake
Can
up.
you answer the
Wake up.
question?
Wake
Is
up.
is
I don't know.
1800
You tell me.
greater
You tell me.
than or less than
I don't know.
20,000?
You tell me. You tell me.
No, I asked you a
No,
fucking
I
question.
don't feel like
Do
answering.
you
You
not
haven't
know?
answered.
You don't
haven't
know?
answered any of my
You don't know?
questions yet.
You don't know? Nigga,
You
I answered
haven't
that
answered any
question.
of my questions yet,
All
buddy.
right, bitch ass nigga. You out of here, yo. Fuck that nigga. Can you play? Can you find the clip yet? I don't even give a fuck if this nigga ever speak again.
Which Native Americans?
You're in the 5 civilized tribes.
Oh, so you are the part of the 5 civilized tribes.
Are you gonna let me talk or not?
I'm asking a question.
Are you gonna let me talk or not?
I'm asking a question.
Indians.
Are you a part of the 5 civilized tribes?
Indians, black people. But I'm trying to tell you the lie that they did.
So we are the 5 civilized tribes, and we also enslaved other black people.
The 5 civilized tribes, the Native Americans, were pushed to Oklahoma.
The Native Americans.
My thing is this: when it got to Oklahoma,
so they're black people.
Claim the 5 civilized tribes, the Native Americans, were pushed to Oklahoma. But my thing is this: when it
enslaved other black people.
Claim the 5 civilized tribes, the Native Americans, were pushed to Oklahoma. But my thing is this: when it got to Oklahoma,
so hold on.
In the 1830s,
hold on.
Build in Oklahoma.
So we are a part of the 5 civilized tribes. Is that what you're trying to say?
No.
The 5 civilized tribes is black people.
No, not everybody was
They're
black.
not?
No.
The fuck is he talking about? The 5 civilized tribes is Native Americans. You just said it. No, we ain't them.
A nigga a liar, bro. That nigga try to say we dumb, we slow. And how he try to talk to us like we slow, bro.
This shit is crazy.
I can't take that shit no more. Man, you not finna talk to me like I'm nigga. No, you slow, nigga.
Why the fuck are we even talking about the Trail of Tears? You done got a talking point from somebody.
You ain't even got
no, nigga, you dumb. You dumb. We talking about who was here first, nigga. You took us to the 1830s.
I said,
and then you pulled up a fucking source that don't agree with you.
I can't even share this down. I need my mouse. My mouse upstairs. This dumbass nigga took her to the Trail of Tears, bro. What can you say to that? Hold on, let me go to this third paragraph real quick. How many times you gotta fucking do this shit?
This shit crazy.
Voss, I don't even know why you ain't come up here and read this shit. Because he's speaking on the bill. That's what y'all supposed to do, kick them off when they show the willingness to remain ignorant. Yeah, I was kicking his ass off. I got tired of it. Oh, you said third paragraph? Read the Booker T letter. This is what Vasa kept saying. Just read the Booker T letter, which is this. The Indian Territory is the youngest, the most enterprising, and in many ways the most interesting of Negro towns in the United States. A rude, bustling western town is another characteristic product of the Negro immigration from South and Middle West into the new lands of what is now the state of Oklahoma. The large proportions of the northward and westward movement of Negro population recall the Kansas exodus of 30 years ago, when within a few months more than 40,000 helpless and destitute Negroes from the country districts of Arkansas and Mississippi poured into eastern Kansas in search of better homes, large opportunities, and kindlier treatment. It is a striking evidence of the progress made in 30 years that the present northward and westward movement of Negro people has brought into these new lands not a helpless and ignorant horde of black people, but land seekers and home builders, men who have come prepared to build up a country. In the 30 years since the Kansas exodus, the Southern Negroes have learned to build schools, establish banks, and conduct newspapers. They have recovered something of a knack for trade, and their foreparents in Africa was famous for what? They have recovered something of the knack for trade that their foreparents in Africa were famous for. They have learned through their churches, their secret orders, and the art of corporate and united actions. This experience has enabled them to set up and maintain a raw Western community number 2,500 and orderly and self-respecting government. So they learn from their motherfucking African ancestors, nigga. You on crack, nigga. Oh, that's slow. Your motherfucking ass can't read, nigga.
I don't get this. Nigga got to dig up the whole planet shit. It's that shit just fucking stupid. I don't get it. And even by that logic, you saying we won't be able to prove who was here first unless they dig up the entire America. So how the fuck are you making the claim? These white people running stuff. Bro, y'all love some white people. Y'all love yourself some motherfucking white people. What is the fascination with white people? Can you name these white people? Because you talking like there's just no other group in any science field. You went through that same shit last time. Can you name every single person that's in these science fields? Do you know? Are you that astute? Because you're making a heavy claim. You're saying it's nothing but white people digging up bones, and like, I don't get that. Like, even if it was, like, what the fuck does that mean? So white people, they'll lie to tell you wasn't the first in the Americas, but they will say that where you're from, Africa, they'll tell you that you're from Africa. They put that in your head just to say that you are also the first, or part of the first humans, the part of the first Homo sapiens sapiens, that you come from the motherland of humanity. Why they didn't lie about that? I don't get it, bro. Reek, man. Where did you get this name from, too, bro? This shit, wow. Shit made me think of Game of Thrones. The nigga named Reek on Game of Thrones was just as bad. Yeah, you're not making sense. Juju can come up if she wants to. She's not gonna agree with you though. I don't know why you want her on here, bro. She's not going to agree with you. You seen that last time. Juju, do you want to talk to him?
I don't care what he want to do. He can talk to himself.
I was gonna say, Juju.
Listen, I didn't call him stupid. I ain't say he was slow. I ain't say he was retarded. I ain't say none of that shit. He kept on projecting his ignorance on other people. And then he wants to say, are you slow, or you this, or you that? Well, I asked him for evidence. He can't present any. When he was afforded the opportunity to present any information, he took us to CNN, a news article. When we read the CNN news article, it said the motherfuckers was African Americans. And then he said that they lying. So why would you lead me to a source to tell me that this motherfucking source is lying? That shit makes no sense. I'm not going to show you shit of a source. That's going go against what I'm saying. The news article, nigga, I had the dates. I didn't need to go to a news article for dates. I had the dates. I went directly to Oklahoma and pulled up the shit from the Oklahoma site that had the fucking dates. So there was no sense in me going to that. And that still don't even prove your point, because your original point is that niggas was here, been here. That's what you claim. Yeah, they've been here since the 1800s. According to what you're trying to argue.
He immediately went to the 1830s.
Not the 1700s. Not the 1600s. He went to the fucking 1800s to say niggas been here.
Nah, nobody called you slow, bro. You started that shit, so we gave it right back to you.
Exactly.
Start crying.
Disingenuous ass nigga.
You want to talk to him, Juju?
I don't give a fuck about him crying. Not somebody crying. He can care less. Right. Says the lying ass nigga said that he ain't got all day, so he want to hurry up and wrap it up. Then he want to goddamn go from topic to topic to topic. He want to talk evolution, but ain't got no information to refute evolution because he don't know shit about it. When I gave him the fucking blueprint to what we were looking for to substantiate his beliefs, he couldn't even deal with it. He kept saying they and them. Who the fuck is they and them? Then you want to lie on your own parents.
That nigga finally like. Man, what, bro?
Don't fucking lie on your mom and daddy. The motherfuckers didn't say that shit.
All right, I got you.
All right, y'all. What's going on, man? What's going on?
Your lying ass habits is what's going on.
What I lie about?
Everything that you said tonight.
I didn't lie about nothing I said.
Yeah, you did.
Like what?
You told the truth.
I mean, I didn't lie about the oral.
You lied.
I didn't lie about the dates. I told you the 1830s, and I put up the article to show that.
Guess what it says? Guess what it says about Black Wall Street?
Yeah, I know what it says.
Yeah, they learned this shit from their fucking African ancestors.
And the thing is,
they learned this shit from their African ancestors, nigga.
So the point of me bringing up the article was to show you the date.
They African ancestors, nigga. We don't need to date because that didn't predate what the fuck I was talking about.
And by the
You
way,
said
I'm not,
motherfuckers been here, nigga. Them motherfuckers ain't been here.
and by the way,
I
I'm
don't
not
hear that
denying.
shit.
Yo,
Nope,
by the way,
ain't
I'm
nobody
not
been here. Ain't
denying.
nobody been here, nigga. Why you
I'm
allowing
not
these
denying
niggas? Why you
Africans
allowing these
coming
niggas?
on slave
Why you
ships. Like
allowing these
I know.
niggas? Why you lie? Why you lie? Look at it. Why you lie? Why you
That
lie?
wasn't the point of the article. The point of the article was to show the lie.
No, the point of the article is that they learned it from their foreparents in Africa.
No. The point of the
They
article was
learned
to
it from
show
their
the lie.
foreparents in Africa.
No, the point of the article was
They
to show
learned
the
it
lie.
from their foreparents in Africa, nigga. That's the
So
point.
they learned how to build the Black Wall Street from Africa.
Africa.
Okay, so they came when in the 1600s and gone through all that slavery. They forgot everything, and then all of a sudden,
no, nigga,
they
said they been here. How the fuck they been here?
No, I'm saying what you're saying.
No, you're not saying what I'm saying because you don't understand
right,
shit that I
so
said.
you're saying that they came in the 1600s.
No, I
they were
know.
put through
I didn't say that.
slavery, and then African slaves then built the Black Wall Street.
Because the first people that got here in the 1600s, wasn't nothing but like 30 of them.
And yo, by the way, hold on. Let me make this clear, y'all. Yo, I don't deny the African slave trade. Like,
nobody said you keep saying that shit. Won't need no damn disclaimer.
No. I'm just telling y'all. Like, I know that.
Well, quit giving us a disclaimer, nigga. We heard what you said.
Nah, but you're coming at me as if I'm like one of those people that deny.
I ain't said that you said that. You keep giving us.
Well, the host. You know, me and him have talked.
I'm gonna say it one more time. Quit giving us a disclaimer. We know that you ain't denying that. You said niggas been here. Where's the evidence for that shit?
Shut up. Shut.
Fuck you talking to, dog?
His goddamn self.
These weirdos.
All right. Anyway, so let's get back to the topic. I came here to talk to the host, but this dumbass nigga keep on talking. So,
what's up, Juju?
Peace to the panel. The chat already know what it is, but he seemed to want to pick on me. I think because I'm the only woman left, and he feels like I'm the most vulnerable one. So
I don't like you. I don't
let's
like
talk.
No, I was just asking where you joining the panel tonight. That's all I was asking.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here for you. What you want to do?
Oh no, I was just saying if you was joining. That's all. Because I know y'all were saying stuff in the comments. So.
You got her. There she go. Go ahead.
I was saying if y'all wanted to ask me any questions.
Absolutely. I would love to ask you a few questions. Do you mind?
Yeah, now I'm going to tell you, I may not know every single question, but I may know some.
It won't be that difficult, trust me. I've already gauged your level of intelligence or comprehension. No disrespect. So, of course, I'll keep it as simple as possible, okay?
All right, go ahead.
I'm going to do a litmus test on you first for the audience because it's somewhat of a social experiment. No disrespect. It's just like a survey. Okay?
All
right. Question number 1. Have you graduated from high school?
Yes.
Have you went to any college?
Yes.
What college?
See, I told y'all last time. Didn't I tell y'all last time?
I've never met you in my life, so I don't know anything about last time.
I can't say, but I went to college. I'm gonna say that. I went to college here in the South. I graduated.
You graduated in college from the South. Are you talking about like vocational technical school, community college? Like which one? I went to Florida State.
I got my bachelor's.
In what is your field of expertise as far as your bachelor's?
I cannot say. I would say it, but due to the fact I had like some people stalking me and stuff.
Nobody.
No.
Nobody wants to stalk you here, dear.
I'm not saying y'all, but I do know some people associated.
Nobody asked for your name or your address.
I know, but they've been talking like it's been like 50 of us. I know
that can't be tracked without other pertinent information.
It's 50 of us on the list. But yeah, I got you.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna say I don't believe you. But my next question is, do you subscribe to science?
Yeah, I do. I do.
Were you vaccinated?
Oh heck no. I'm too woke for that.
Contradiction.
Spell woke.
you know the way it's spelled.
No, I don't. Some of you individuals are weird, so you know, I gotta ask. So, you know, do you believe
WOK.
in so
Mhm.
okay, you said you expired of science, but you just said you didn't get vaccinated for COVID, so that is a walking contradiction.
Hold
But
on,
do you
pause. Did you get vaccinated?
I did. And I had cancer when I got vaccinated.
Don't get look, detox. That's all I want
Me
to take.
too.
Detox.
I used to be a vegan, dear. How much detoxing you want me to do? For about 20 years. And I worked at a vegan restaurant. Next.
All right, detox a little more, cause I'm yeah. Anyways, yeah, go ahead.
I'm as detox as it's gonna get. So do you subscribe to the out of Africa theory?
I used to. Not no
Explain,
more.
please.
So, all right. So now I'm in the belief that we were on every continent, and also that we don't know where and how life started. And the reason why I got to that point was because so on my end, I was always taught that black people were here, and then some came from Africa. That was always what I heard growing up. But then I decided to take my DNA test. So when I first took it, it came up majority Nigerian. I got all happy and everything. Then I started like studying like the Nigerian tribes, like Igbo, Yoruba, Hausa, all that good stuff. I started learning about it. And then like a few days later, I got like a DNA update. And then went from Nigeria to mainly Cameroon. And then I started like, damn, like I got kind of frustrated. Then I realized that, well, after studying the tribes, that all the tribes don't say that they came or are from West Africa. A lot of them say that they migrated to West Africa. From my knowledge, like from my studying, and then some say that they migrated into Africa.
From where?
From Northeast Africa or Saudi
No,
Arabia.
nobody say that shit.
No, no, it's a fact, bro. So like I know the Akan people, some of them say that they migrated to West
I
Africa.
don't want you to go off track. I just want you to, like answer the questions kind of quick. But I understand.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
I want to address the thing about you subscribe to science, but you took this DNA and some things changed. So you are clearly under the impression that science, it's supposed to be an absolute subject matter. Am I correct?
Absolute. Well, nah, like because I know it's not 100%, right. So
it's not absolute, and no, it's never going to be 100% because we don't know everything. But science has never, ever claimed to know, the origins of life or how it started. You do understand that, right?
Yeah, well, the host said that he knows like where and how life started, and he told me that he was going to prove it on here.
Oh, as far
I
as
didn't
humans,
say I can prove it. Yeah, where human life started.
He was talking about humans. I already know what he was talking about.
Human life.
Very well.
I didn't say general life.
Yeah,
but yeah, I'm out of it. Yeah, this is not my conversation.
I know exactly what Sutek meant when he said that, and he was talking about Homo sapiens sapien, what we are currently right now, as how we came to be, as how we evolved. Yeah. Does that make sense to you?
As far as that theory, no, not anymore. Not, and the reason why is because they lied about us being here in America.
No, they never lie. Let me explain to people. So first of all, before we go too far, I also want to help you out with the DNA, because science is not absolute, and it does deal with data, right? And as time goes on, and as we discover new evidence and new things to add, also when the technology increases because science and technology works hand in hand. When science evolves the technology, uh, and vice versa. Okay, so
Mhm.
as we have gained more information, more data, specifically concerning genetics and the genome, then the DNA test can update their databases. And that's only to improve the results. It's not lying. So when they gave you Nigeria, they probably gave you a more of a broader claim. But once they got more genetic data, more people doing the test, and they were able to, you know, do their
Yeah,
DNA, they
correct.
were able to actually, you know, incorporate that into the system. That's how
Yeah.
it
Oh, and by the
works.
way, to touch on that, what I was trying to
So
say
it
was is
builds
that
upon itself. Just let me land my plane. I'll give it back to you really
okay,
quick.
I got you.
So it builds upon itself. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like they can start with the a data sample, but um, as long as people keep subscribing and sending in their DNA, they can continuously update the database. So it
Right.
is a scientific tool, and just like science itself, once it gets this new information, it self-corrects and updates itself. So it's not lying to you. It's actually giving you an
Yeah.
even more specific truth. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. I get what you're saying, but I wasn't trying to say that it was lying to me. What I was trying to say was that DNA doesn't tell you where you're from; it just tells you who you share DNA with, and that's
Sure
what.
does.
Hold on, and then that's where I was getting at with the migration, oral history of the tribes. You know, that I started to study once I found it. You find out that my DNA matches theirs.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's what I
But
meant by that. So like
but
the DNA. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm just gonna go on the point where you were talking about it doesn't tell us where it's from. No, it's not gonna tell us what city and state we're from because
Our
those
country. Yeah.
geographical boundaries that actually exist at the time that like certain genetic markers and different genetic variations took place. And that's how we know that we can pinpoint certain geographical locations of populations. You know what I'm saying? Because of these genetic variations within humans once they've left outside of Africa. Does that make sense?
So all right. So I know about that, but you know, and that's where we go separate ways. And the reason why is because, like I said, you know, it can't tell you where you're from. Like it can't even tell you the region where you're from
Yes, it can.
because the reason why I say that is because people haven't migrated, and you know, and that's where I was getting at with the tribes and their oral history, you know, and tribes saying that they migrated from Northeast Africa to West Africa, and some tribes saying that they migrated into Africa from Asia. You know, so that's when I was like, damn, like, okay, they lied about a lot of stuff because they wasn't teaching us about this. They said that we are from here. And I'm thinking that DNA tells you where you're from, but it can't tell you where you're from. It can only tell you who you share DNA with.
So, how genetic variations work has to deal with environment and different climatic or environmental circumstances or stresses upon the population that creates these genetic variations. And those specific variations do have specific geographical locations. And they deal with the original indigenous populations that those variations first took place.
So can I ask you, so how far back
Does
does
what wait,
yeah,
let's
my
just
bad.
slow it down. So what I just said, does that make a bit of sense to you? Because it's not a test to um you know, somewhat track migration. You understand? And everyone, because humans have been peopling since the beginning of time, has done a little bit of traveling and admixing, but it's giving you where those specific genetic variations, initially evolved. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I definitely understand what you're saying. And you know, I was, you know, I was taught all this already. And then that's why I was saying that like it's a flaw in it. Um, and also, so how far back does the DNA test go? Like, generations go. Because it doesn't go back, very far at all. I believe maybe like 5 generations possibly, maybe 5 or 6.
That I really can't answer for you. I don't know. I don't
Yeah,
attempt to answer questions. I can't give you, sound. I don't know. But I
yeah,
mean, some variations go back further than others. You get what I'm saying? So
yeah.
it's not like it's one thing, or it's absolute across the table, you know.
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, most definitely. I definitely understand that. But like, like kind of like I was telling the host, I was telling him, yeah, like learn the science, but also learn the oral history of the African tribes in West Africa.
So
Yeah, go
okay,
ahead.
let's talk about oral history
Yeah.
for a minute, because what we're finding out, so we're having the problem I find in these discussions is people always want to deal with like the cultural and the social aspects when we're dealing with scientific inquiries or conversations, and they don't want to deal with archaeology evidence or the genetics. You get what I'm saying?
No, I get
So
what you. No, like I know that
you
part.
can't conflate the two. Is what
Nah,
I'm trying to say.
but my thing is
But
sometimes like
let me
yeah,
finish. But
my bad.
also, each culture has its own like cosmology, like how they came to be, how they birthed. But that has to do a lot with like in West African oral traditions, like just has to do a lot with trying to keep some up of their own idea of how they came to be present and told through generations. It doesn't always necessarily mean that they're accurate to the sense that we can pinpoint the accuracy, because
Yeah.
sometimes they're based in mythology.
Yeah, like I definitely know
You
about the
understand what
mythology.
I'm
Yeah,
saying? It's like it's
I
the
definitely know that part.
religion of the people, and that
Right.
usually has no scientific basis.
Right.
It's just a story, and what we know in West Africa with you know oral tradition and storytelling.
Yeah.
It was a way to somewhat preserve cultural aspects, but again, there's always been flaws. I think people get it confused, even like with the Dogon. Your people spew that story, but we know now today that that could have clearly been mistaken, because how do they say, Sutek? It was some type of cultural interjection, because they did have other outsiders, foreigners, come into their village, and it was an exchange of information. And now we're realizing that some of that exchange of information end up in their oral tradition and got conflated as if they knew certain things, and they really didn't. They were told about these things, you know what I'm saying, and they made it a part of their cosmology, their myth, but recently, not
So
as old as
yeah.
we think. So that's
I
another
do
thing.
believe like the black people in Africa were way more advanced before the fall happened. But
Fall of what?
the hold on, but I kind of do want to address Suk. All right, so my thing is Suka, he put in the comments that that I'm lying about the oral tradition, about how some West African tribes or some people in West Africa say that they migrated to West Africa. I want to know, like, how am I lying about that? Like, what did I lie about? And
That's
so
not there.
and the thing
Hold
is,
on. You
that's why
asked the
we're here
question.
today, because he.
You asked the question, and so I'm going to answer that question.
Go ahead,
So
please.
you're lying on their oral traditions, because that is not what their oral traditions say.
And like I
It's
said,
a
I'm not saying
difference
everybody.
between, I'm not done. It's a difference between an oral tradition and some random person of a random ethnic group saying something. Oral tradition, as she just explained, is passed down from generation to generation from the
Right.
elders of the community. It's
And
not
it's not
just
always the
what some
same.
random person says.
And
It's
it's not
not just
always
a
the same,
random
bro.
person on the internet. Exactly,
No, no, no,
because you're
no. But
dealing with different ethnic groups.
and that's why I say
So of course
some.
it's not gonna be the
A-
same.
And that's why I'm saying some, because because not everybody has the same migration stories, because not everybody lives in the same exact spot.
So this
Some
is what
people,
we're gonna do. I dropped this in the chat. Before you leave tonight, you need to get this and you need to read
bruh,
it. The impact of Islamic writing on the oral
tell
cultures
me how
of
I'm
West
lying. No,
Africa.
show me
That's a
how I'm
good one.
lying, bro.
But I wanted to also point out one thing. When you talk about migration, there's only certain populations really had to migrate, due to maybe natural
Yeah,
um,
natural disaster and invasion.
catastrophes, disasters,
And
lack
invasion.
of resources. But particularly when you're speaking of West African traditions, that
And
necessarily wasn't so. Like,
and
there was an
Julanda,
abundance of resources, animals,
and
and
Julanda,
different things
I want to
like
make
that.
this clear, because I thought I said it at the beginning. Not every West African says that. I said some, and then like in some in the Yoruba tribe say it. They say that they migrated to West Africa. There's some people in the Igbo tribe that say that they migrated to West Africa from Northeast Africa or Asia. There's some in the Akan tribe, I know in Ghana, that say that they migrated to West Africa. Like this
You
is
see how you
something that,
saying some?
yeah,
That's because
there's
it's
some
not their
people that,
oral tradition.
no, 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 because you can't say
But go
all.
off.
It's not Suki, bro. That's
Go
what I'm saying,
off.
bro. You're not getting what I'm saying, bro.
No,
Not
we
everybody has the same oral
understand.
migration history. But what I'm trying to tell you is that that's what got me on this path of trying to see what Black people are saying too. Yeah, I know about the science that's taught right now, but also I want to know about what are the Black people saying in Africa. What are the Black people saying in America? What are Black people saying in Asia? I want to hear their side of the story as well, and see if there's some type of evidence to back up what they're saying, because I feel that Black people don't have a voice out here.
So
I feel like go
you
ahead.
are definitely on the line that if they have dark skin, they're Black, and because of that, we're everywhere. That's the track you're on.
No, so as far as Black
Because
people,
you said Black people in Asia,
yeah,
and
Black people,
those people
they're Black,
have dark skin.
and they have our hair
Um,
texture, same exact hair texture.
that Yeah.
Yeah,
So but what does that prove? Their genetics
no,
doesn't say
I
that they
so
are
I don't.
African,
So as far as
just
me,
like Australian Asians. They're not African.
so
Like,
as far as me, like I don't care if they're not me or not. My point is, I want people that are labeled Black to have a voice, to be able to,
but when did that
to
Black
be able to take
constructs?
serious. Huh?
Africans don't call themselves Black.
I know they call us up by the
That is
tribe
a
name.
modern
They call us
term
up. Yeah, I
used due
know.
to
They go
colonization
by their tribal names. I
and
know this.
invaders.
I
But
know.
nobody does that. That's actually an African American quote unquote dilemma, so to speak. Like that concerns with Africans taken from the continent into the Americas is where you start to get this social construct that's racialized Black. Okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
I think
I
it's
know
very
this.
ingenuous to try to label the rest of the world's populations with the same racialized construct that was placed on people that were
Hmm. I
hor-
agree.
hor-
I agree.
horrifically oppressed and treated
I agree with
by
that.
colonizers. So
I I I
don't
100%.
project. Don't
No,
project.
ma'am.
That's a
So
projection.
the thing is, I wasn't. I was trying to use a term that we all know. Like when I say Black
But
people, like
that's not, see, that's what I'm saying when we
Okay,
confuse
what you?
cultural and social conversations when we're having scientific ones.
Okay, so
That's the
what?
problem.
So what should I refer to them as?
As
Like,
who they are, the continental Africans, these Asians over here, Melanesians, um,
Okay,
whatever, wherever they
Melanesian,
are, that's who they
Poly-
are. The indigenous
Papua New Guinea
Australians, that's
people,
who they are.
Australians,
Samoans,
yeah,
that's who they are.
Andaman Islanders.
They're
Yeah,
Asian in
I
their
know,
genetics. That's who they are.
but
That's
they
why
were
you
called black
can't,
people.
that's why you will never
They were
get
called black.
past DNA or genetics, because
Okay.
this is one thing I wanted to tell you earlier, but we
Mm.
have the luxury to have the genome of human DNA mapped out in its entirety. So there's no excuses anymore. And just because people phenotypically look alike, have nothing in common when it concerns their genotype or their culture. Period.
Yeah, nah, I agree with you. I was just going by what they were, what they're called, like due to colonization. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
Like
let's not repeat. That's
the
okay.
the
So
Greeks. So
now we're
okay,
gonna do the same
so
thing that
here's the
was
thing.
said, Colin. But I want you to make logical sense. So you talk
Okay,
about how they've lied to us. They, as you're meaning Europeans, white people, the colonizers, invaders, whatever.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
but here we are using the same tactics that they use on us.
No,
Like, why are we giving them so much credit? And let's
Julanda,
not do that.
I prefer honestly like to come up with our own names. I'm just trying to use something to where like you can follow where I'm coming from, and also the chat can follow like, where I'm coming from when I say black people. That's all. Like, I mean, I prefer us to go by our tribal names, but not everybody knows that. But as far as here in America, if people do go by their tribal names that's on their genealogy, people get mad about that. So I'm just referring to what people have been called since colonization.
Why didn't you
That's
go to school to be an anthropologist then if you were curious on those?
well, curious to know about what?
About what other people call themselves around the world,
No, like I'm saying,
literally.
like no, I'm saying like I know people call themselves, like for example, like
The earth is huge.
here in the United States of America, right? There's a lot of black people now that are saying that they don't want to be called black. They want to be called by their tribal name on their genealogy.
I hope people realize that Granny used to sip moonshine and chew on tobacco, and she didn't always get it right. I hope people do realize that.
Right. But what I'm trying to say is like,
We're
that's what
African
people.
Americans. You want to know what tribe we're from? We're from the tribe of Hominini. That's what tribe you're from. I mean, and you can't beat that. You can't beat that with the machete, a stick, or a Desert Eagle 50 caliber.
Nah, you know what I'm saying? I don't know about it.
Right? Yeah, go look it up. Tribe of Hominini.
Yeah. I'm gonna check it out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, like for me, I'm all for like learning about black history and stuff like that. Like if it's something I don't know, I want to know it. But
let's be specific. Are you talking about African American history, Afro-Caribbean history, Afro-Mexican history, Afro-Colombian history, Afro-Nicaraguan history?
So you're not gonna like what
specific.
So you're not gonna like what I'm finna say. You're not gonna like but the people that are that have our hair texture. What was it for?
That doesn't mean anything. I actually know white people that literally have very curly, nappy hair
Let
like
me
us.
explain this.
And I also know black people, including my sister, who is as darkly complected as I am, who had hair down her butt that was very straight, like thick and straight, like a Polynesian.
Okay, so
that
much
means
what I'm saying
nothing.
Is the black people that are called black, that have been pushed, to the lower end of society, where like everything just you already know the struggle. I don't gotta break it down. What I like to do is to hear what other black people have to say, like their oral histories, their whatever they've been through. I just want to know it, because I just feel that we don't have a voice, and I feel that we have been like pretty much like written out of history. And what's going on right now is that like a lot of a lot of our truth is coming out now.
Do you have children, Reek?
No, I don't.
Have you been to the African American Museum in Washington, D.C. yet?
No, not yet.
Have you ever been to Florida?
Yeah.
What part of Florida you been to before?
Yeah, so like half my family in Florida is half Haitian. Miami, Dade County,
Ça
Carol City,
passe?
Liberty City, Little
Comment
Haiti,
est? Comment
Opalapa.
allez-vous?
Oh, yeah, everywhere. You know, like
So
I
that
know
would
all about it.
be that means you have some Haitian admixture.
Yeah, possibly.
Possibly.
Well, not me personally, but like my family. I have a lot of family that's mixed race from Miami.
Okay. So
Yeah,
where are you from?
I can't say, but I'm
All
from
right,
there.
I'm from Florida.
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
born in Daytona Beach.
yeah.
I was raised in Miami. I
What
was
part?
raised around. I lived in Opelika, Liberty City, Carroll
Opalaka.
City, Overtown.
Okay,
All of the ghetto parts of
that's where
Miami.
my
Okay.
grandma lives right now, right
Um,
there by the poking beans. I got you.
yeah, it's
Hmm.
right next to. I used to, my babysitter was in a Poke and Bean, so I spent time there.
Yeah.
So I also had the chance to be actively involved with the Seminole culture that was still present in the area, but I was raised exclusively around Haitians and Cubans in my neighborhood because we have Little Haiti down there. You
Yeah,
understand?
yeah, I know. Yeah. I got a bunch of family in Little Haiti.
So I
Bunch of
mean,
family.
if that's the case, that's the immersion in the culture. Like, where's the lie?
Mhm.
Hades have admixture, but for the majority of Taínos who spoke Arawak, I mean, a lot of people fuck it up, Arawak and Taínos, but the indigenous populations of the Caribbean islands, which for the most part are extinct. I mean, I have necessarily have no proof that they still are in existence like that because when colonizers came over here and brought old world diseases, they annihilated much of the indigenous populations, not through war, not through guns, not through anything else, but communicable diseases. That's how it was. I mean, in a complete annihilation, like 95%. And we know this because we were able to, do the genetics on the populations. And just like Africa, you have these, well, we have ghost populations in Africa, meaning we have the genetics to say that certain populations existed. We just don't have the bones to identify them. Do you understand that?
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Most definitely.
like, and another thing you said about, they hiding history. No, they're not hiding history. They had an ideology and a propaganda to put out. So they taught us history the way they choose to. And that didn't necessarily mean to be specific on our plight.
Yeah.
I also find it,
Mhm.
I'm going to leave you a point because this is my advocacy. I
Uh-huh.
also find it very telling and very, problematic that we, as oppressed people, however you want to label yourself, would continue to think that our original oppressor, which is, our current leadership,
Mhm.
would do anything to the due diligence of teaching us our history as we should learn it. But that doesn't
Exactly.
mean,
Yeah.
but let me finish.
Yeah, my
Doesn't
bad.
mean it has not been told. You know, want to know why? We
Uh-huh.
have plenty of people who were us, who had slave narratives, who
Mhm.
traveled, who, wrote this stuff down. And not only that, the European or the colonizer himself had to keep very extensive and detailed note keeping and books. I mean, if you go to the Boston Museum of Fine Arts, you can find a European artist who did a work piece of a slave ship in full, like, how should I say, like in real time for him. Like he was on one ship and he was able to witness another ship. And it was actually a rendition of the slave ship. What is it, Sutek, the Zonk, where they threw over slaves overboard because of an insurance claim so they can get some money or whatnot. So, yeah, these stories have been told by us, by others, and I'm not just talking about English. I'm talking about it's written in Mexican history, it's written in Brazilian history, it's written in Spanish history, it's written in Dutch history. Like, it's written. You just have to know how to search for the
Nah,
information.
and I do, and the point that brought me to this is because what they teach now in modern books is completely different from the primary sources of the colonizers that were going around to different places, documenting everything.
So,
hmm
you do understand that there's a thing where you can vet sources, and
Yeah,
when, like, what anthropologists and researchers and historians do is they just don't take one, like, person's word for it. It has to be corroborated.
right.
Uh,
Yeah,
so a
true.
lot of times, even like, and a lot of times what I find out, and I'm not saying you, but people will speak on what you just spoke of and have
Uh-huh.
never read the source.
Yeah, and the
Like,
thing is, I have. Yeah, yes.
people continuously misrepresent Baba Ivan van Serneman and They Came Before Columbus. That book is continuously misrepresented. A lot of
Yeah.
times people are using sources that have not been critiqued, vetted, or validated by any type of academia. And let's be proud of ourselves. Like,
hmm
we've had people that have had PhDs since slavery. Anna Julia Cooper, she's one of them. Go look her up. A Black woman, one of the first with the PhD, straight out of slavery, and got that. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
hmm
yeah, we've told our story many times. So you can't say they're not teaching
Yeah.
it, or
So
they
my
did,
thing
because
is,
we
yeah,
we
yes.
we have it. We
Yeah.
we just
So
have to we
yeah.
just have to reclaim it, and we have to teach ourselves and our children,
So
not
the
relying on
only
the school system
yeah.
so much, because they're only going to give you the basics. One more thing I'm going to leave you.
hmm
Because I live in Florida, my grandmother, which was born in 1918, I'm very familiar with my family history as far as what we've spoken about orally,
Yeah.
what I've looked at as far as family records in our Bibles. A lot of Black people kept, dates and births of individuals in the family and marriage records in sections of their Bible. Okay.
Yeah.
I think it's
Same.
very
Yeah.
disingenuous to always tell people, oh, where's your paperwork? Because here it is. A lot of times, Black people were segregated, okay? And
hmm
sometimes they had different facilities as far as where their documents were kept. And sometimes they were kept in the courthouses or whatnot. But there were also times when, you had things that would happen in cities where, courthouses or public buildings were burnt and records were lost. This is for my family. My grandmother had the hardest time in my lifetime getting a new birth certificate because the courthouse that held her records previously burnt down long ago. Like, I think
hmm
soon after like her birth. So it's impossible to get any of her records. But
Right.
she's never claimed that we were always here or we were indigenous to this land or any of that. You know why? Because I was born in Florida, but she was born in Georgia, but her mother was born in South Carolina. So if you put those three states together,
Right.
that pretty much gives you the Geechee Gullah corridor. And
Right.
if you know anything about the Geechee Gullah corridor, those people, us, we were able to retain our
Right.
heritage and our Africanisms regardless. And it's
hmm
everywhere, literally. Like, a
I
lot of things
agree.
that you aren't
Yeah.
aware of
No,
are
I definitely know
are
about
the
it.
Africanisms in the culture. And it's
Uh,
not just in that part, it's in the Caribbean, it's in Central America, it's in South America, especially when you're dealing with the religions of those populations. So,
yeah.
again, I'm so confused because I went to the same public schools that you say you went to, and I
hmm
went to college, and I had, a professor named by Dr. Naim Akbar. He's considered, one of the elders in the conscious community. And I mean,
I don't. Maybe
I don't know
I
what
don't
to
know.
tell
Maybe
you.
y'all seem kind of older. I don't
How old
know.
are you?
I'm in my 20s, but
I
so
don't believe that. But yes, I am older than you.
yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah. So I think maybe that's the reason
How
why.
is how is my age has anything to do with what I
Be
just told you
because
or the information? You sit
not
here and you
because
spoke about what the
no, the reason why I'm
elders
saying that
speak. So if
it
that's the case, I would be your elder, So you should take heed of what I'm
No,
telling you.
because you said the schools.
Now you're literally
So
being a walking
no, because
contradiction.
you said the schools teach, and you said you don't know how I learned this in school, but this is what I learned in school. You
I
know,
didn't say the schools teach this. I said, I mean, you've had the same education in the same public schools is what I said.
and then you said
That's what I
you
said.
don't know how I came up with the stuff I'm saying. Correct?
Right. Because, they give you crumbs. It's for you to follow them and go find the meat. Like I said, the propaganda isn't to teach us strictly African American history. It's to give us American history,
So
dear.
and that's the
You
thing.
got to
So
understand that.
okay, so but they don't teach their primary sources in the school. They teach a modern, pretty much like lie.
No, they don't, because
Yeah, they don't
no, they
teach in
don't,
school.
dear. Every
Yeah, go
textbook,
ahead.
every book they give you has a reference, or they have a page with source material.
And
It's
that's how
up
we
to
got here.
you. It's up to
Yes.
you to take the time to go research those sources, and then you can plug in the missing pieces that you feel like you're missing.
And that's and do you see what's going on right now? Like, do you see this? Like,
See what?
it's a whole explosion going on right now
What are
with
you talking about?
like as far as on every single continent, as far as with black people, but with black people saying, as far as in America, oh, we were already here. It's a whole explosion going on right now.
African Americans in the pseudo community, or this new age,
And
you youngsters,
no,
since
you're
I'm
calling it
older,
pseudo.
are the only ones that are saying this. Trust me. The rest of the world, when they get a whiff of this, because I've spoken to people internationally, they are like, hell to the no. That is the stupidest shit ever. My aunt is 80 years old. She oftentimes sits and listens to the conversations that we have on this platform. This lady is appalled. She taught 40 years in the education system, and she is appalled about how grown people on these platforms are going on about the most inaccurate, insidious information ever. And it's
Okay.
so disrespectful to the ancestors. All praises to them, because I am a Pan-African.
Okay,
And
pause.
that's how I
How is
deal.
it disrespectful? I'm trying to understand. Like, how is what I'm saying disrespectful?
It is disrespectful to regard our
Nah.
true and accurate history.
See, and that's why I was trying to
People
tell.
of
Yeah, go ahead.
African descent,
Mm-hmm.
who are known as Black African Americans, so to speak,
Mm-hmm.
were not indigenous to this landmass.
Okay, so I don't really like get into like who was here first thing, because it's no way to prove that.
It
You know,
is. We prove it with archaeology
no,
and
we
DNA, dear.
come on.
That's how you prove it. How would you
Okay,
prove
we
it?
have to first
You
admit.
said, let me finish my point, and I'm gonna stop and give you some time. But you said, have we digged up the whole of the planet? First of all, that is no
Impossible.
offense, but a
Impossible.
retarded statement.
No,
You
it's
have to. It's not, dear. You have to think about what you're saying.
you
First of all,
can't call it a fact. Then you know
the
what I'm saying?
majority of the planet is covered with
Yeah.
seawater, with salt, which
No, I'm talking.
destroys
Okay,
most
I'm talking
of
about
anything.
as
Please go find me
exactly.
bodies from the Titanic.
So it's
You
a
won't.
theory,
They
correct?
were dissolved by this.
Okay, so we can't call it a fact. It's a theory.
What's the theory, dear?
Like what y'all saying, who was here first and blah blah blah. We don't know.
What's a theory there? Give me a theory. Give
Y'all
me a
saying
theory on
y'all
what you're talking
saying
about.
the Clovis first, the Native Americans here first. That's a
That is
theory.
back. It's
It's
not
a
a
theory,
theory.
and it's not. How
Okay,
is it a
a
fact?
theory.
Not a theory.
Listen. When you're
How is it a
proving
fact?
something, when you have proved it, it's no longer. It's not a theory. It's a fact.
How did they prove it if they haven't dug up the entire planet?
Why would they need to dig
I
up
mean,
the
dug up the
entire
entire
planet?
Americas.
That
The
would
entire
mean that
Americas.
you're saying
I'm
that
sorry, the entire
Clovis was
Americas. My
all
bad.
over the entire planet.
Yeah, my bad.
Make it
My
make
bad.
sense,
My
dear. That
bad. You
makes
know
no
what I
logical
meant as
sense.
far as that. I'm talking about America. My bad. But yeah, here in America,
That's still
how
fallacious, because then that
how
means that there was a human body on every square inch of the America's continents, and that's also
ma'am, what I'm
false.
trying to tell you is we don't know. So we gotta stop acting like we
We do
know.
know. We have archaeology, and we
Okay,
have
ma'am, it's a theory.
bones, we
It's
have
a
tools,
theory.
we
It's okay.
have
We don't
fossils.
know. It's okay to say we don't know.
You don't know.
No,
We
you don't
know.
know
We've
either.
read. We've
How?
researched.
Okay, so then I'm gonna ask the dumb question. You say it's a dumb question. Had they dug up the entire Americas to find the oldest bones or skulls here?
That's an illogical question, dear.
So it's illogical to say that it's
You
a fact.
never went to college. There's no way in the world, there's
Oh my
no
God.
college on
Okay.
this great green
Okay.
earth that would have allowed you to have graduated with that type of sensibility.
Julanda, use your common sense. If you're
I
calling
would
it
know. See, that's
if
the
you're
problem.
saying it's a fact,
That is your problem.
we have
You
to be
want
able
to
to prove it.
subscribe to common sense
You
when
have
common
to be
sense
able
will
to
kill
prove
your
it.
ass, bro. What you need to be trying to do is to create a more
Okay.
critical and logical thinking
Okay.
brain.
Do you
It's so
hear
much more
yourself?
different.
You're saying it's a fact. How? If we haven't dug up the entire America, how is it a
That
fact?
just doesn't make any sense,
Yeah,
dear. I don't.
yeah, I'm saying so. Keep it a
I don't
theory,
know how to
and,
answer
and let's
that.
keep it moving. Exactly, because we
I
can't.
don't know how to answer that, but
It's
that
a
doesn't.
theory.
But
It's a
it's not a theory. It
theory.
doesn't
It's a theory.
disprove
It's not a fact.
anything. Clovis is not the only indigenous population here. There have been others. There were more than one migration. We know this because we have mapped it out through the genome, the genetics. That's how we know that Native Americans have a mixture of descendant DNA.
So what do you say
Especially
about the coincidence being
especially
here?
when we are talking about like populations
I
who
got you. I got you.
are descendants from Lucia. You haven't brung her up yet. You haven't even spoke of the Olmec populations, which was a progenitor of the Mayans and Aztec. You haven't talking about them yet. But not only
Olmec is still a
that,
big
but
mystery.
wait a minute. You know it's really
It's a big
messed up.
mystery. Don't mix
You
it
know
big
it's really messed up. If you really wanted to know, you would learn a little Spanish. You would take your behind to South Central America and you will engage with the experts. You don't think those people from those lands know about their culture? So you're saying that they are lying? The indigenous peoples that still live today, are you saying they are lying?
Are you saying there's
I
not black
need
people
you.
there? They say that they
Listen,
were
I
there
need
already.
you to make sense because
No, make it
here
make
it is.
sense.
But wait a minute. Here it is. See, you've made the fallacious analogy that only Europeans have traveled all over the world and done this work. See, you have no clue that there are indigenous Americans who are PhDs, who are archaeologists, who do the
There's
work,
black people in
who
Central
have
America that say
actually,
that they
wait
were
a
already
minute,
there.
since you wanted to talk about what we say about ourselves, who have actually lived in the culture, and when they got older, they decided to go to school and pick up a skill set that they needed to actually do the work and be contenders on the academic level and on the world stage. You get what I'm saying? So we have archaeologists who are Mexican. We have archaeologists who are Caribbean, who are from the great North American tribes in Canada.
Cute.
Like, so they're not all Europeans and they're not all white people.
What do the black
So for
people there
you
say?
to sit here and be
What do black
speaking
people
the way
there
you
say?
are is disingenuous and a misrepresentation.
No.
It's also
Look,
like saying that there are none of us that are, as what you say, black or whatever, who are not in these fields. We are. So you think we're gonna lie too?
okay.
We have black archaeologists. We have black Egyptologists that are American also, nubiologists. You know Soy Kiata. Do you know Dr. Solange Ashby?
No,
Do
I
you
don't.
do you know Dr. Shayla Monroe?
No,
That's your problem.
I don't
That
know it.
is your problem. That's your problem. Try to get to know these great black, still living contemporary scientists, archaeologists, nubiologists, Egyptologists. Try doing that.
So they can
Stop giving white
prove
people
who
so
was
much
here
credit to
first.
think that every bit of information that's ever been printed
How
came
am I
out of
giving
their
white
thought
people credit?
process.
Well, I'm trying to tell you, let's see what black people say first.
These are black people
And
I
I'm not
just
talking
told you about.
about, dude, we're
Every
talking
last one of
about
the scientists I just named were
in
black.
a
Soy
white
Kiata is black.
system. In a white system.
He's a geneticist.
In a
Dr.
white
Rick Kittles,
system.
he's a
You get what I'm
geneticist. He has his
saying?
own company. Like, have
It's
you ever
it's
researched these
under the
people?
white umbrella.
It's not.
Yes, it
How is that under
is.
the white umbrella?
They're
So you
only
think
they're
so
only
you are sitting
studying
here
what
telling me that
people in that
Africans
field. Yeah, go
who
ahead.
were involved in the African Mayafa didn't retain any intelligence? Is that what you're
Oh my
saying?
God. I'm literally telling you the opposite. And you're trying to put words in my mouth.
You just said it's under the white umbrella.
Let,
I just told you
let's
we
talk about the
have.
let's talk about the Garifuna tribe.
I don't know anything about an Indian tribe.
Okay,
I'm
no,
African
yeah,
American
let's talk about the
with
Garifuna.
Gullah Geechee
I read talk
with
about
Gullah
that.
Geechee heritage. I can tell you about
Exactly.
that.
So here's my thing.
I can tell you about
Here's
that.
my
I
thing.
can tell you
I'm
about the
with you. Listen
Africanisms
to me.
that's in America.
Listen to me. I'm with you when it comes to like we can learn the science, but also I want to hear what Black people have to say too. Let's
Well,
take both. Let's put it all
let me
together.
tell you about the
So
science.
hold on. Let me
The
talk because
science comes off the continent of
I haven't
Africa.
been able to talk.
Do you
Look,
know that
just
Africans were the inventors of science? You have heard of Imhotep, right?
yes, I know. I know
All
Black
right.
people
Do
invented the
you know
science and everything.
Onesimus?
That's my point.
Excuse me. Wait a
That's my.
minute, dear. You're
You're
not
my
listening.
point.
Do you know Onesimus? Do you know who Onesimus is? I should have asked you this when I asked you the vaccine question.
I don't.
He was a West
I don't
African.
know. Yeah,
Onesimus, listen, let me give you a story. I'm your elder, right? You want to know what we say, right? Here you go. Onesimus was a slave of Cotton Mathers. Google it. Look it up as I'm telling you, okay?
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is Black people's story, though. So you can't discount this. This has nothing to do with white people. You know what? Because it took an African slave to save his white master in the whole of Boston, dear. Onesimus. You know why? Because he taught them how to do proper inoculation against smallpox. If I'm not mistaken, wasn't that right? Take it with smallpox, right? But yeah, and that was a
Yeah, I believe
slave, an
so.
African slave from West Africa. So, dear, we had an ability
Hey,
to
trust
do
me. I
quote unquote
know. I'm
science.
with you on
You
that.
don't, but you don't know. So
I
you
do
can't be
know
with
because the
me.
Greeks
You're
wrote it
sitting
in
here
their
giving
journal.
Europeans all the credit,
Oh
and
my
that's
God.
sad.
No, I'm not giving them the credit. I'm trying to tell
Sure
you,
you
let's
are.
put what Black people say first. Well, I shouldn't say first. Let's take what Black people are saying and let's see if we can prove what they're saying is true. I'm with you on that. I already know
Why
North
would we need
Africa.
to prove what white people
Let me
saying when
no,
people
no, no,
in
no, no, no,
these
no.
populations
No,
are saying it
listen to what
themselves, dear?
no, dear. Listen to what I'm trying to tell you. I already know what you're saying
Vasad, tell me who that is. I'm not familiar.
about North Africans. I already
Give me some
know.
context in the chat, Vasad.
I know that they are the ones that taught white people this knowledge. I know this stuff. And that's my point. I want us to expose these lies that are taught now, because the thing is they will hide that North Africans were the ones that taught them science and mathematics and all these things. And that's my point.
Told who?
Huh? Oh,
North Africans told who that?
said it. She just said it.
Did
No,
I say
she
anything
named
about North
Onesimus.
Africans?
Hold on.
I didn't hear it.
Okay.
I've been
Hold
listening.
on. Pause. Yeah, maybe
I said something about Imhotep. Yes, I did.
Okay,
I said something about Imhotep.
Okay, yeah, exactly. Yeah. So
But he didn't teach the whole of North Africa. Do you know how
I know, not
huge
just no.
the
I didn't say he
continent
taught the
is?
North Africa. No. I said North Africa's teaching the white people the knowledge. I'm telling you that I'm there with you, and what I'm trying to say is, I want that information to be out because they put that way in the back. They try to hide that Black people were capable of doing these things. That's my whole point. It's not to.
Is that their responsibility to do?
Bro, I'm saying us. I'm not saying them. I know they won't do it.
What do you mean us? Because we do that over here. We've been doing that.
And let's keep doing it then. So I'll try and tell you from the very beginning on TikTok. I don't like to debate. I want to just build.
This is not a debate.
And Meek, we can't do it from the perspective of misinformation, though.
No.
And the narrative that you came with here today was total misinformation.
No.
Misguided, misconstrued, whatever. It was a miss. Totally.
Okay. What was misinformation?
The whole fact that you said the Black people was on the Trail of Tears.
Yes.
But so was it all Black people? Like, please explain it, because we actually have someone in the chat.
Okay.
Not only is he considered to be Black, but he also has Choctaw lineage, and his family and he has Gull in his name, so that should tell you that,
And by the way, not
he
all
also
Gullah
has that.
And by the way, and also, I want to put this out there. Not all Gullah people say that they came from Africa. Some say that they were already here, and we got to put that out.
Those are not Gullah Geechee people,
talking about
there.
the new people.
The word itself, Gullah and Geechee, are African derivatives.
Now, I'm just telling you people that can prove who they are.
They don't. Those people are disingenuous, lying, and don't know what the hell they're talking about. There's also
that's the thing. Why should we say they're lying? You know what I'm saying?
We also have people on social media who claim to be Gullah who also say that they're the first Hebrew Israelites. Like, come on, there. We don't subscribe to those people. Those people are not telling the truth. I subscribe to what my family has said, along with the scientific data, along with other evidence. I just don't take
Julie,
Granny's word for it. It had to be corroborated, and
we can't call them liars if they can prove it with documentation.
They with records.
Yeah, like we can't call them liars.
I've never seen an able to prove anything with any records.
Here's my thing.
I haven't seen no Gullah prove that they were indigenous to America with no documentation either.
Julie, okay, so all I'm saying is let's
Thank you, Vasa.
Let's look more into this, okay? Because we know about how they lied about a lot of our history already. So let's be more patient. And let's keep looking at, documentation, primary sources, and seeing what other Black people are saying. That's all I'm saying. I'm not trying to say anything else, but I do truly believe that we were already here too. And there's so many sources that have shown that. And I do think it's ridiculous for us to say that every other race was here, on their free will.
I know nobody said that. So listen, with that oral claim, they have to have.
You be rubbing me the wrong way.
Well, get the fuck off my panel then.
I don't know. Like you asking me to come, bro, and you always.
I didn't ask you to do shit.
You asked me to.
I didn't ask you to do shit. Do I need to show this inbox?
You want to debate the whole time?
Ain't no debate. This ain't no debate, bro. It's not no debate.
You so disrespectful.
Wait a minute, Reek. Do you?
Hold on, nigga. You've been calling us slow this whole fucking time, and now you bitching about being disrespectful.
Damn.
So if I rub you the wrong way, nigga, pause, then get the fuck off my panel. Because I'm allowing y'all, I allowed y'all to talk this whole time. I have my mic muted. So shut the fuck up. Because for one, I told your motherfucker, I'm trying to be respectful. I told your ass.
He was doing so good.
I told this nigga, do not come to my motherfucking panel with no sources. And this is exactly what he did. He did a whole hoopla in my inbox going on and on and on. And he didn't fucking bring no sources. Now I shut up and let y'all talk. I just interject to make one statement and the nigga fucking crying. I rub you the wrong way. Well, get the fuck off my shit then, nigga. Fuck do you mean? So anyway, now I'm gonna allow myself to say what I was gonna say, and then y'all can finish the conversation. So with that oral claim, because that's what it is when people saying, yeah, we come from here, we come from there, that's a claim. A claim ain't no motherfucking evidence. So evidence has to back that claim. It has to be backed in the archaeological record, the genetic record. It has to be corroborated in the anthropological record, and it has to be backed up in the historical record. Just somebody saying something that don't hold no weight around here, dog. So now I'll allow you to keep going. But if I rub you so wrong, nigga, you can fucking leave. You came back.
You asked me to get on here, like in the first place. You asked me to come the first time. I came. I'm here.
I didn't ask you to do shit.
If we're going to talk, we can talk.
No, we're not talking. I was talking. I was talking on my platform. I was talking on my platform, and you're going to allow me to do that. So now you can say what you want to say, and y'all can continue the conversation. But a claim is not evidence. I just want to let you know that. That claim has to be backed by archaeological record, by the historical record, by the genetic record, and by the archaeological record or anthropological, if I said that already. So yeah, that's all I wanted to say, bro. Get your fucking panties out of.
Look, all I'm saying is I didn't come here to debate. I told you that on TikTok when we was talking. I said I can build with people. I ain't trying to debate. It's pointless to debate. I'd rather just share information. We get things out, get things sorted out. If it's wrong, it's wrong. If it's right, it's right.
Reek.
Yeah.
I named about like 6 or 7 Black scientists for you
Yeah.
that you could check out. Do you remember at least one of them?
Nah, I'll play it back and I'll get it.
And then there is another one from the 1800s that was from Haiti, and he was an anthropologist, Antoine Furman. You should look him up. Vasa, who is in the audience, he's of Choctaw and like Gullah ancestry. He also lives in Oklahoma as we speak, and he is pretty much a very well-spoken amateur historian. So not only is it his lineage, but he's done extensive research concerning said subject matters. So when you spoke about Oklahoma and the Trail of Tears, I quickly called him to listen to the conversation. So if you're really interested in really understanding, and not to say that we're here to correct you, but if you want to do better, like honestly, you have to do better. Like we can't just strictly rely off of TikTok and social media thinking that the world has always lied to us, because even that assumption that they lied is conflated so much. And that's why I tried to explain it earlier. They don't have to lie. They already have control of everything. We've been indoctrinated on the continent of Africa since nearly the 1400s. Catholicism was already taken into the inner parts of Congo by the Portuguese. Christianity was already taken to Ethiopia by the Syrians. So when you want to talk about colonization and indoctrination, that's been going on for so long. It's a moot point at this point. They have no reason to lie about anything. Why? Like they're already to their advantage in everything. What's the need to lie?
Yeah.
They don't have to.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Yeah.
The
No, I
thing,
feel you. Yeah.
I'll let you go.
Well, by that, my sense is like the modern books that they're using to, teach people. To me, from what I'm reading, it's a lie, and what they teach now in modern books is completely different from what the primary sources say from the actual people that wrote it
Understood.
during that time.
Give me
You know,
5 primary sources that you have learned what you're talking about from.
okay, so I don't have it off the top of my head, but I can definitely name or
Listen,
say
if you
one.
need to leave, go get them or at least write them down on a piece of paper and
Let me
come back.
see.
Please do that, because that's important to get to the bottom of things. Because I can give you some right now. One that I know off the top of my head because I just read it and it was pretty awesome is They Were Her Property, which is pretty much a whole book with nothing but like empirical evidence that you couldn't deny for nothing, because it was nothing but bills of sales. Not only did it have to do with people's accounts of certain events, but it was also corroborated by the paperwork, the bill of
Right.
sales, the insurance policies, ship manifestos, inventory of property. Like, you cannot beat that with a stick. And
Nah, I
it's
got you. I mean, but also, it's kind of like one that you mentioned about when you're talking about Egypt and how they created like mathematics and science and everything.
no, see, okay, let's
Yeah,
slow it down. What I
yeah.
was trying to say,
Uh-huh.
because you was making this assumption that there was no agency, that Africans didn't have any agency,
Oh
because that's
no,
how you're coming off, but that's
oh,
how you were
okay.
coming off.
Yeah,
So I
I was.
wanted to clear it up for you that because the cradle of mankind is in Africa, and because we had some of the first civilizations on this planet, of
Yes,
course cultural aspects would have started there, and science is one of them because man has always been intrigued
I know. Yeah.
to what he was and where he
Hmm.
came from and how all this came to be since the
Right,
beginning of time, even in our own ancestry. Well, excuse me, as an African American, we've always gazed into the stars and looked for answers, or created myths or mythology based on that. Even the stars assisted us when we were in the Underground Railroad. The stars assisted us when we was on those ships, helping the
right,
Portuguese and whoever navigate across the Great Seas. So,
right.
like,
Yeah, I
you
agree.
spoke on that as we had no agency,
No,
and I
no.
had to
See,
get you back to the point that
oh
Africans have had agency.
no.
Even in bondage, we had
Yeah,
agency. We were
and that's
able
my
to
whole point
preserve
why I
certain
came here.
things.
Yeah,
So you
I
can't
agree with you, and that's
you
why I
can't be
came here.
agreeing if you keep sitting saying what the white people
No,
did and what
no,
they
no, no, no,
hid
no, no,
and
no,
this and
no,
that and the
no.
other. You can't do
I thought
that.
I made myself clear at the very beginning. I'm trying to put out what what black people said and what black people have done and proving that
Do
and
black people
proving
lie?
yes, everybody lies.
Okay, so
But what I'm trying to say is I agree with you. Yeah, I know we had the universities. I
We
know
went
we
through that
had
last time. He said white people have the propensity to lie, just like black people have
eh,
the propensity to lie. So we right back at the
okay,
same beginning of
okay.
the circle where we started.
Never mind, bro. Never mind, man. Like I think I don't know. I think y'all think I'm saying something else, but I'm literally saying what Julie is saying, and what I'm
you can
trying.
call me Juju, by the way.
I'm sorry. It says Juju.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
good juju, bad juju. You get that, right? You know where that comes from, right?
Africa.
It's actually an
Yeah,
African American thing,
African
though.
American.
When
Now
we
I
talk
got you.
about juju, you feel me?
No, I feel you, but like I said, my point wasn't to say that black people wasn't doing these things. My point is to say yes, we were doing these things, and the narrative that they try to paint now is that like we were these primitive type people, but that's not the case at all. They actually learned a lot of this science, a lot of this math, astrology from black people in Africa. That's my point. That's my point. We wasn't these primitive people like they like to paint us to be.
You know what the
Hold
definition
on,
of primitive
hold on.
means?
What you mean we?
Bruh. Okay.
Are you African or are you American? Which are you indigenous to?
I don't I told bro, like I said from the beginning, bruh, I don't know where life started. I thought I knew. I
I ain't
don't
talking
know.
about where life started. I'm not
I
talking about
don't
that.
I
I
don't
said, where are you indigenous to?
Like
I don't
Africa
I
or
what
America?
set you rep?
I
Like
don't
what you claiming?
I don't rep anything anymore. I just say black.
Oh, that's
I don't
heartbreaking.
yeah, yeah,
So you're
I
just a
can't.
nigga in the world.
Cause
All
I
right.
yeah, right.
It
Cause I
No,
just don't
definitely
make no fucking
represent
sense, dog.
I represent Florida's
bro.
I
Okay.
mean somebody gave me
But
this, but
I'm
I
saying
represent
what
Florida's
makes sense.
supremacy
Okay.
to the utmost. I
Okay.
represent my
No.
African American, cultural heritage to the utmost. Like that's what I represent. And
I
if
don't know
you
if y'all
don't
follow.
know,
I don't know
that's
if y'all follow where I'm coming
heartbreaking.
from. What I'm saying is like I'm open to learning, relearning
No,
because
you're not.
okay. There you go. I'm not. So
Okay,
sure.
well, I'm just saying, like,
I mean, like
please.
I'm literally telling him, well, telling you, he's in the background saying, no, you're not.
I mean,
Actions speak louder than words. We done been
Okay,
on here almost 3 hours. You don't want to learn. You keep talking over
bro, I
every
can't
point that
learn nothing
somebody
from
try.
you.
See what I mean?
I can talk
See
to
my me-
her.
Exhibit A.
I can learn from her. I can't learn from you because
Exhibit A.
I can learn from her. I can't learn from you.
You don't want to learn.
No,
You don't
because
want to
you.
learn.
Reek, can I give you another book? Like, I want you to take notes and read these books because, you know, you want to say that white people lying, but white people, like, we can't get it twisted, are some of the most um, nosy, which brings intuitive scientists, authors, and historians. I mean, I think it's a fallacious statement to say that they lied about everything because they actually don't. And some of the sources I'm giving you may be white authors,
Yeah.
but to your point and to your grace, the first book I named, do you even remember it? That was actually a black author.
But now you know what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm gonna like play it back and
Okay,
write down some of the
so
stuff that you
They
said.
Were Her Property is a book you want to read. Um,
Yeah.
White Masters is a book you might want to read. Vyasa had another suggestion that said that it would be a great follow-up to the first one I gave you, and it's The Price for the Pound of Flesh, the value of the enslaved from womb to the grave.
Oh,
Um, that'd be a good one. That's by Diana Ramey Berry. Um, what's another one? Um, if I fall off, I'll come back. But I'm gonna go get a list of some books. If people in the chat, because the people in the chat, we all pretty much have dealt with each other at least 2-3 years, and I'm being very gracious. It's been much longer than that. In the social media spaces, as far as this type of information, because our advocacy is to spread factual information concerning our history as African Americans, also to become more familiar with African American history as detailed as possible because it is so extensive and it is pretty much the overall fabric of American culture, and that cannot be denied and it can't be lied on because it's in front of your face every day. Even when we're talking about sports, hockey, even swimming. This is my favorite. Fayasa taught me this years ago, but I was a competitive swimmer. I played lots of sports as a child and in high school. I got to play sports, but very young, I was a competitive swimmer. One of the only blacks in my neighborhood who can swim, one of the only black people in my family who could swim. But I learned as a baby at a daycare where white people were, but that's because I lived in a beachfront community, and that was an important thing that my mother wanted me to learn so I would be safe, um, beyond her presence if I was around anybody else. Because most people, in Ormond Beach, where I'm from, have pools. We have lots of water. If you've been to Miami, you know this. So, with that said, a lot of black people think it's natural that we don't know how to swim. And that's not the case. You know why? Because West Africans were considered some of the most advanced and compelling swimmers and divers in the known world. And this was in the 1700s, I believe. His name is Jacques Francis, or Francis. You can Google him right now. Of West African descent, and he was pretty much a salvage diver and hired by the King of France, if I'm getting my details correct.
yeah.
So what I'm telling you is that it don't matter what they've lied about. It's out there. You just have to be willing to find it. And you cannot appeal to these fallacious indictments, statements that you're making. And that's what I'm trying to tell you. You get what I'm saying? I mean,
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you, bro. I mean, I went to FSU,
Hmm.
Florida State University. Everybody knows that school. Everybody knows that school. Some of the greats went there, Charlie Ward, Deion Sanders, Peter Boulware. Like, I keep going. I met a lot of these people. But I also took mostly black professors at that school. at a predominantly white school. So you can't tell me that everything is hidden. You can't, because it's not. You just have to be willing to take the time to vet these sources and read.
Yeah,
It takes
yeah.
time. It takes work.
Hmm.
Like, crackers ain't finna drop nothing in your lap, to your advantage like that. The majority of them. Some have been willing to help. I mean, we know this through our bondage. If it wasn't for certain Europeans, we, slavery wouldn't have went the way it did. It probably, I mean, it could be possibility that wouldn't have ended the way it did. Like, there were white people who helped us through that. You understand? So we
Yeah,
can't, be like, oh, all of them, because that's not the case.
yeah,
Get what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah. I
And then we
agree.
have
Yeah.
black people who were traitors. So,
Hmm.
we just have to keep it in perspective. And, I'm not trying to come down to you or anything like that, but I'm just trying to demonstrate where we have made a mistake into falling for these fallacious indictments, and it has become problematic, and it is hurting us. And
Hmm.
I'm definitely fearful for our children, because if this is what we're dealing with, we got a big problem.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what I'm telling you. So yeah, so next
Hmm.
time somebody tells you some shit, or you want to give a little bit of African, West African, African American facts, tell them the one about swimming, because that's my favorite. You feel me? And I mean, literally, because I'm also advocate to have especially black people getting their children in some type of swim program or water safety. You get what I'm saying? And
Oh
underwater
yeah,
swimming
yeah,
is
most
not it.
definitely.
Like, they need to learn how to be able to float above the water, or be able to swim. This saves their lives, and that's
Yeah,
real. So yeah.
yeah, yeah, most definitely, most definitely. Yeah, but yeah, I can't disagree with what you're saying. I like I said, I'm definitely open to, like, learning, more about this information. But I do think, but when it comes to America, I do think, like, we should be a little bit more, like, open-minded to a lot of information that may be presented right now, in these times.
Like what?
Like,
You
well,
you do know the
mhm.
source I just gave you about they were her property? Like, that is a very recent source. You do realize
Oh
that.
yeah, so like I
Like,
said,
I'm not giving you
yeah,
like
yeah,
super old shit. The stuff I'm telling
yeah.
you is now, because you're talking about now.
No, no,
So I'm
I feel
giving
you
you
on that.
thing that are tangible now. Continue. I'm
Yeah, yeah,
sorry.
yeah. Like, I definitely feel you on that. Like I said, I'm not, disregarding that. Like,
Okay.
but really, more so, I'm talking about more so, like, the conversation of Black people already being here, and a lot of sources that people are pulling up online, and showing them, and showing it. I do think that we should be, a little bit more open to, those sources, to,
Give
read
me
them. And
one source.
uh,
Are you talking about Old World Florida? Are you talking about Forbidden Archaeology? Leo
oh,
Weiner,
so
Barry Fells? I mean, listen closely. Does
yeah,
any of
yeah.
these people ring a bell to you?
So here's the thing. So as far as this conversation, I do not like using Black sources, and the reason why is because,
Oh
like,
my
nobody
God.
respects it. It's like I try to show people, a Black source. Well, a guy that you probably don't agree with, but Clyde Winters, right? Or certain
Clyde
things.
Winters.
Yeah, Clyde Winters. Kaba came, Kamene. James Smalls. Like, a lot of.
Jesus
No,
Christ.
but what I'm trying to say is, like, a lot of African American, scholars.
Do you know? Okay,
Yeah, yeah, go
can I
ahead.
tell you something about Clyde Winters? Like,
I
I don't
know.
know him personally,
Yeah, yes,
but
yes.
I know somebody who does know him personally,
Hmm.
and I actually had the chance to actually sit on a phone call when they were
Yeah.
talking.
Hmm.
So I like to say that I, low key met him.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah, yeah. I got you. I got you.
So, do you know that Clyde Winters, um, and Ivan Ben Sertiman,
Hmm.
used to be friends, right?
Yeah.
And they fell out. You know why they fell out? Because Ivan Van Sertiman did not want to use Clyde Winters' work in his book that came before Columbus. You
Hmm.
know why? because Clyde Winters doesn't necessarily have legit academic credentials. But Ivan Van Sertiman, even though his book was a bit wrong, does. So instead of using Clyde Winters' sources, he decided he would use another gentleman who has academic credentials, but he is still wrong in his inquiries, is Barry
Right.
Fell. Not with an S, just Barry Fell. And you can Google him,
Yeah.
Barry Fell.
So
And the
yeah, no,
reason
I got you.
why
Yeah, yes, yeah.
the reason why it's problematic is because they subscribe to other so-called primary sources as Leo Weiner. Now, you've been to college, so you should understand how academic vetting and peer review works. And the way that academic sources get accepted is that a multitude of your academic constituents, they read and they vet the source. That's how it works. So it's not one person's word. It's
Yeah.
many experts in the same field critiquing the work for
Yeah.
bias
See.
or flaws
Mhm.
or whatever. But that's how
Right.
it works. That's like you normally won't take one person's word for something that you really,
See,
want
and
the
I
truth on,
agree. I
because you
agree.
would want
Yes.
that to be validated.
Yes,
If it
yes,
doesn't have
but
anything to validate it, it really cannot stand on his own.
Yeah, I definitely understand where you're coming from. I do have a little bit different viewpoint on that because just due to the fact that the people that are peer reviewing this information, like
A
I'm
lot,
gonna
a
throw
lot of
I'm gonna
them are
throw the
black.
white I'm gonna throw I gotta
We
throw
have
the white
black
thing in there.
institutions. Tuskegee.
Okay,
We got
yes, yes.
Howard. We got Bethune-Cookman. I live in Daytona. Bethune-Cookman University. So don't
Yeah.
sit here and tell me a lot of people that validated them are lying. They're lying to us because
No, but
black
what I'm
people ain't
saying
gonna be
is
disingenuous towards
okay,
themselves
what
like
I'm saying
that,
is when
dear.
it comes to Black history, if this system doesn't want it out, they're not gonna put it out.
The system, do you understand that technology right now, the way it is with social media, can't control the system, can't control it?
Exactly.
They
So that's
can't
why,
control
yeah,
it.
I agree. So that's why we're the ones that's putting this information out now.
Yeah, but you can't be using already
No,
falsified,
I
already
was just
vetted
replying to your when you said
sources. But
mhm.
see, I think you're young, right? So you're
No,
coming
no, it's
into
not
it
even
late
that.
in the game, right? Because the same people you're mentioning is people we dealt with 10, 15 years ago.
I mean, it's Kaba, Kaba
Update your
Bad.
sources.
Okay, but my whole point of saying that was that I don't like using Black scholars because nobody takes them seriously for whatever
Because you're
reason.
using the wrong black scholars, babe.
No, all right. When I'm
Clyde
saying
Winters
Black
is not a
scholars, I'm
black
talking about
scholar.
all right. Like for example, I'm talking about Black scholars or African American scholars
The
that say,
Sorkiata, he's a
hold
black
on, yeah,
scholar.
check
And
me out,
people
check me
take
out.
him very
Yeah,
seriously.
yeah. But I mean, like for example, African American scholars, scholars that
He's
say stuff
African
like,
American.
yeah. But I'm saying like they say stuff like we were already in the Americas, and then they pulling out all
Because
this different.
that's not accurate. Why would a black
Or
scholar
check me
that
out, check me
has
out.
that
hmm
has absolutely great credentials, worldwide renowned,
hmm
like acquiesce to a false premise? That's fallacious. They're not going to do that because they
Okay,
have proper
yes.
methodology.
It
And they
also.
realize that the source
Mhm.
material and the individuals involved, one didn't have the proper academic credentials or the expertise to make the conclusions that they made on those said subject matters. Like you have got to read, homie.
No,
You
I
cannot be
am.
relying
Oh,
on
okay.
TikTok and
I
social
don't. No,
media
it's not
for your
TikTok.
primary source of
No, 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 no,
information.
no, no,
I
no.
hate reading. You're
That's not
speaking
what
to
I.
a person who hates reading. I used to read the first chapter, some pages in the middle, and the last pages of a book. But I could
Yeah.
write damn good, and that's how I got through most of it. I cheated, but it was to my detriment.
Oh, okay.
So
What? All right.
please
All right.
don't be like
With
me. Be better.
topics.
And
Okay,
as an
I got you. I
elder,
got you.
because I'm older, because you mentioned that earlier, then yeah, you should listen to your elder, dear.
I don't know how old y'all are. I'm just saying like you just certain things that the people before me, like the two guys I was talking to before, that they were just saying certain things. I'm just like, okay, they just seem like they're older. Well, yeah, and also you as well. You said certain things like when you were in school and whatnot, whatever. But
yeah, because you said they lied to us in school, and I'm like, I went to public school like you did.
Right. So I was
Like,
thinking like we may be
but
in
you
different
saying like I went to
time
school like
periods.
20, like I
And
don't
like
know
I
how
said,
old you are, so
yeah,
I don't know how to gauge it, but like,
yeah.
what year did you graduate high school?
I
Can
was
you tell
born
me
in the
that?
90s.
You graduated high school in the 90s?
No, I was born in the 90s. I was born in the
Okay.
90s. Yeah. But yeah, so all I was saying was that I don't even like to use black scholars when it's come to subjects talking about black people being in America or black people being indigenous to North Africa, because they always get called Afrocentric. So I prefer to use the primary sources of the white people that documented it back then, showing how what they taught, well, what they said back then is completely different from what they teach now. That's the way I like to do it.
So how do you know who's lying? Why wouldn't they consistently lying? White folks lie, right? Why wouldn't
So
they consistently lie? And which one is the truth and which one is a lie? How do you decipher? How do you decipher that?
okay, so the way that I like to do it, and a lot of other black people are doing it now, is I want to hear what black people have to say, and I want to see what. Okay, I'm trying to tell you, bro.
We black people, we saying
No,
it.
no, I feel you. I feel you. I feel you.
We
But
don't count.
no, you count. You count.
Thank
You count.
you.
But no, I want to hear what, like, oral history from black people, and I'm pulling up what we're pulling up. The primary sources of what white people said back then, that's matching what the black people are saying,
Sorry, I'm laughing at the
and
chat, not you.
yeah, and how what the white people teach now is completely different from what the primary sources say and what the black people are saying. You know what I'm saying?
So
So that's yeah.
so I don't care about what a white person or a black person says. Can you give me the oldest primary of a person like me and you saying that they've always been here in the Americas or they indigenous to the Americas? What's the
Nah,
oldest one you got?
I can't. No,
So
like as far as
so
I can't. Maybe someone else can, but nah, no,
Boy, this
I
rabbit
can't.
hole, boy. Look,
Yeah. So
I'm
so
throwing
as
in the
far as
towel
me,
because, like,
hold
Sutek,
on,
I
hold on.
forgot to put
Yeah.
the rope around my waist
Uh-huh.
before I fell into the rabbit hole and shit, and I'm about
Right.
to get lost. My
No,
breadcrumbs running out.
follow me. So I can't show a source, like I can. Maybe someone else can, but what people are doing is they're getting their genealogy to back up
I'm
what they're.
That's
But
cool. That's cool, but
you
that's
follow me for
on
what
a
I'm saying?
personal level.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
want the oldest prime. You was talking about primary sources and all that just a minute ago. So I want the oldest primary that you have. Maybe you don't have one as old as other people, but what's the oldest one that you have that's saying, even if that's the 1800s, 1900s, what's the oldest one that you have of somebody like me and you, what would be
hmm
called black people in America, that
hmm
saying they always been here or indigenous to America?
Like I said, I don't have that. I mean, maybe someone else may have that,
So
but
you don't have
but
no
no,
primaries that's
I
saying that.
don't. I don't have a black person that said that they was already here in the 1800s. There may be a source out. I haven't seen it, but what I'm saying is, the genealogy. People are going off the genealogy. Okay, grandma said this, grandpa said that. Okay, let's see what grandpa said is true. Can we back it up with genealogy? And then those sources can go back past, the 1800s and up to the 1700s and whatnot.
But I just told you that we were in bondage. And do you know that, it was
hmm
hard to keep up with documents like that,
hmm
especially as slaves? Do you think that we had a folder, in the corner of the little cabinet with our papers in it? No,
hmm
no, it didn't work like that.
Oh, yeah. So Yeah, I know slavery happened. Yeah, I'm not disagreeing with that. But what I'm trying to say is, as far as like when people are asking for sources, these are the sources, that people are going to, that they're going to the genealogy to prove what they're saying. And with that, I don't think that should be looked past. I think that's something that should be, a valid, like something valid to be able to use to prove what you're saying, you know.
So do
Do you
you
have
understand the
good
major
records of your
restrictions when
genealogy?
only using genealogy?
Yeah. I definitely understand it because
It's only go like most people saying most people can trace their shit back to the 17th.
yo, I think it got kind of choppy. Hello,
Yes, Sutek, you dropping out, babe.
hello.
Yeah, so I was
Can you
just
hear
saying, I
me?
was just pulling that up to show. Yeah, we hear you.
Okay.
I was just pulling that up to show that most people most people here in America can only trace their shit back to the 17th century. So that's a major restriction.
Yeah, I
So
agree.
with DNA, do you agree that we can go further back with DNA with
With
ancestry testing?
DNA, see y'all got hit my answer, but I'm gonna say what I said before. Like DNA can't tell you where you're from; it can just tell you who you share DNA with.
Okay, so why would we be sharing DNA, all this DNA, with those people over there in Africa if that's not where we came from a couple hundred years
So,
ago?
so for example, so like I said, when I did my DNA test and I started learning about it and learning about the tribes, I started learning that not every, like for example, let's take Nigeria for example. Not every tribe in Nigeria has the same like migration, like oral, history.
It don't matter. They wherever they migrated from,
Check
they
me
would
out.
be
Check me out.
migrating within Africa, so they would still make them African.
And not every Nigerian, is the same. There's different tribes, different people. And my thing
And
is,
they all originated in Africa.
hold on. And my thing is, I didn't know that at first. Because they're like, you always shown like one image of an African and of a Nigerian, but then you start learning about it. Then you see there's like over 100 different tribes and different phenotypes and people, with different migration histories. So then it goes down to like, okay, which tribe it shares DNA with you?
If you
Okay.
want that, it's a company that could give you that. It's called African Ancestry.
Dr. Rick Kittles.
Yeah. I know. Yeah, I definitely know about it. But like that's all I'm saying. So it's just like when you talk about DNA, you kind of like gotta like break it up into the tribes because like not everybody in
No, you don't.
Nigeria. Well, yeah, you do because not everybody in
No, you
Nigeria is.
don't. You can for your convenience, but to say that we came from Africa, you don't gotta know the tribe. You know the DNA. You sharing living DNA with those living people over there today. How would that be if you were the first people here in the Americas?
And it doesn't mean that you came from over there.
Then
It can mean that you
where
came
did it
from
come from?
like, and that's what I'm saying. DNA that doesn't
If
tell
it's
you where you're
matching
from.
up, but you
It just shows.
see how I said earlier, you gotta match all this evidence up with each other.
Nah,
So
but hear me out.
that piece of evidence matches the historical record, the anthropological record, the archaeological record.
No, it can't. It
All that.
doesn't. Okay,
Yeah,
how far does the DNA test go back?
but you can't tell me though because you
No,
don't
it
have no
doesn't.
primaries.
No, it
I'm the
doesn't.
one with the primaries.
Okay,
So you
how
can't
far
tell
does the
me
DNA test
that
go
it
back?
don't.
Why does it matter how long does it go back?
No,
It
no,
goes back.
it
It
does
goes back.
matter.
It doesn't have to
No,
go
I'm saying
back.
according to what he's
It just
saying.
has to look for genetic markers that are indigenous to certain geographical locations. What don't you understand about that?
No, like I don't think you understand what I'm saying. What I'm trying to say is like how far does the DNA go back?
Why does it need to go back?
It's only going back a few generations, and it's just showing you people who you share DNA with there
No,
right now
it's
from a few generations back. Yeah, but yeah, it can't tell you where you're from. And what I'm saying is it could be a person. It could be the other way around. It could be like, okay, people
Bro,
were like
we
some people
share
were.
DNA. We share
Hold on,
DNA. Yeah.
hold on. It doesn't mean you're
Sutek,
from
you need to
there.
get that Rick Kittles video and put it in the
No,
chat so he can look at it later
no,
whenever he
no.
decides to
So
rewatch
You
this,
the
so
video.
this.
you seen it
I'm
on my
saying that
TikTok.
because,
Yo,
dear, we
Juju.
actually interviewed Dr. Rick Kittles in person
Yo,
on
Juju.
this platform, on these platforms.
Juju. So
Yeah,
as far as
he seen it
this,
on my TikTok. He don't agree, bro. He act like he
no,
open to learning shit, but he's not.
no. I am,
All right.
but we have to admit that DNA cannot tell you where you're from. And people have been migrating and moving around. And
I mean,
y'all,
I just explained it the best
and
I
Juju,
could, dear, and I
feel me?
wasn't
Hold
lying
on.
to you.
Juju, okay. We have a history before slavery. You know this, okay? And the fact that, you know, more information is coming out about Black people being here in America, this is going to change the whole theory that we all been taught.
You know, it's going to
before.
bust your head open. That information about blacks being here comes from racist Europeans, and it's a white supremacist speaking point. You do realize that, though.
Nah,
you need to
Juju.
go. You
Not
need
Juju.
to
As far
go
as
find
that,
the
I'm
originators
listening
to
to a lot of
this
things you say.
fallacious ideology. That's the funny thing. Like,
Juju,
you talk
I'm
about
definitely
white
listening to a
people
lot
the
of
whole
things you
time and
say.
how they lie. Well,
But as
they
far as
lied about us being indigenous to here.
but
That's the problem.
but
And
as
just
far
our
as
black
this, I
scholars
do know this.
picked it up because they ain't know no damn better.
But anyways, yeah. So all I'm saying is DNA tests can tell you where you're from. It only shows you who you share DNA with. But with that being said, I'm not trying to cause division with Africa and America. You know, if that's who you connect with, then that's who you connect with. You know, yeah. I mean, that's it just can't tell you where you're from. It can only tell you who you share DNA with. That's it. Like I
So
don't
why
want to know.
why do you share DNA with those people?
And like I said, it has to break down to individual.
Why would you share DNA with those people?
It could be either way. It could be
either way. What do you mean either way?
It could be we were already here and the sun went over there, or it could be that.
So why would we, the ones that still here, share DNA up to 80 to 90% of DNA with them? If some of us went over there, then that means they would share our DNA,
and they
not
share
the other
DNA
way
with
around.
Us, right?
That
I mean, do they not share DNA with us? If we share DNA with them,
no,
we share
DNA with them.
How? How far back does the DNA go? Do you follow what do you see where I'm getting at? How far back does the DNA
No. You said you asked one question at a time. We're not doing that. You asked, how do you know that we share DNA with them and not the other way around? Yeah, first of all, they have higher percentages than we do. They have admixtures that we don't. These are some of the ways that we know, and it's something called the molecular clock. We can find this stuff out. So that's how we know. You don't understand. You say you follow science, bro, but you really don't.
So how far back does the DNA test go?
So now you asking a different question. So
no,
hold on.
It's very relevant. Like how
It's
far
not.
back?
It's a moot point.
It is.
No, it's not. Why?
So this is from Ancestry.com. It says part of this estimate reported as a percentage of how much of your DNA looks like the DNA in people in different parts of the world. It can reflect the family history where your ancestors lived hundreds of years ago and even as far as 1,000 years ago. There you go. That's Ancestry.com, the place that actually do the testing.
So is the
it could go far back as 1,000 years, just so we clear.
So is Ancestry.com like linking you to cousins in Africa? I mean,
they can link you to tribes because they have the most genetic samples from West African populations.
Okay, cool. So it links you to tribes.
Possibly, yes.
African ancestry,
I'm sorry, okay. African ancestry. Yes, Dr. Rick Kittles. His company, because he's a geneticist,
Uh-huh.
You should read about him because the reason why he even got into the field, because when he was
Uh-huh.
at Howard, he actually did work, I think, as a graduate student on the African burial grounds, which were discovered in Manhattan during that time. Are you familiar?
No, I'm not.
So the reason why they even know it's African is because one, they were able to extract DNA from the area. Two is because of some of the artifacts that were found within the graves that contained very distinct West African markings, such as Adinkra symbols, which are exclusive to West Africa. Are you familiar with the Dinkra?
Nah.
Do you know much about West African culture and history?
Uh,
You
I
have
know
to know something about it in order to
a little bit about
claim
it for
to
sure.
be refuting it. You know,
Nah, yeah, I definitely know a little bit about it, and also I do know, about, like I said, the migration stories that
that's
that
not
people have.
that's not
Yeah,
that's not
but as far as that's like
Some
that's
that's what
not the
migrations, though.
whole. See what you're
Mhm,
doing, and even those people there that you
mhm.
think that you're giving respect by saying that, are you really are disrespecting them because you're taking one aspect of the culture and you're trying to explain their existence off that one
Oh no,
tidbit
I'm not.
that you don't have a firm grasp on anyway.
No,
There's
I'm
so
not.
much
But what they're
more
saying makes sense though.
to the culture. Besides oral tradition, they
I
do
know.
have physical artifacts,
I
such as the
agree.
Sankofa bird,
Hmm.
such as the Dinkra symbol, such as mud and kente cloth.
Right.
Come on. The
Yeah, I
Asante
feel you.
stool. Like, there's so
But
much. The
not, I agree. But that's a different conversation. Like no
No, it's
disrespect.
not. It's the same
No, I'm
conversation.
saying like the the reason why I'm here, like the reason why he asked me to come, like the conversation,
I didn't ask
that's
you
a
to
different
come, bro.
conversation. Okay, you did ask me to come, and that's why I'm here.
I didn't. I
Yeah.
didn't ask you to come, and you can leave right now for all I care.
Okay.
Honestly, I
You
did
you
not ask
asked
you to
me to
come.
come on. You asked me to come on TikTok.
Do I
All
need
right,
to?
bro.
Do I
Bro.
need to be petty and show my inbox? Because
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
that nigga.
Go ahead, show the inbox. I don't
Got
care.
you.
Yeah, like I can care less. But yeah, like you hit me up in the comments on Student's page and told me to pull up to your YouTube channel. That's how I
No,
knew.
no, no. I posted the video of last
No,
time you came on
bruh,
here,
let's
and
just
then
keep,
you
bruh,
start
let's just
getting
keep it 100,
in my inbox. Then you start getting in my
bruh. I
inbox,
hit you up in
start
it
talking about all type of other shit
because you
and
asked me to
trying
come to
to
the live.
explain yourself away about the shit that you was talking about in the previous live. I didn't hit you up no more. You hit me up after I posted the video, which I did weeks later. I just posted the video like a couple of days ago. He immediately get to my inbox the next morning, talking about all the shit that he was. I said, bro, if you want to come back, have your evidence, and then you can come back. And then he said, no, it ain't no use in doing this and doing that. I pull up the shit. Go ahead. Let me get to the shit. Y'all go
Yo,
ahead. Talk
bro,
amongst yourselves.
bro, come on, bro, come on, man. Yo, but anyway, yeah. So like the reason why I came here was because we were talking in student comments, and he told me to come to his show because I was trying to have a conversation with him, like in the comment section. He was just like, come to my show, pull up to my show, come to my YouTube channel. I was like, all right, cool. That's in my inbox. I'm like, okay, let's set it up. Let's get it. What's the issue with that? I'm here. So you asked me to come, and I came.
But why didn't you come with any sources to validate what you're saying?
I can tell you why. Because he told me in the comments that he was going to prove the evolution theory like as a fact, and the out of Africa theory as a fact. That's why I came. He told me that in the comments. That's the only reason why I came here. And then I got sucked into talking about other things. I only came here because he said he was going to prove that these things were a fact to me, but he hasn't put out a source yet. and proved it as a fact. Because my thing is, like when we was talking in the comments, my thing is that it is not a fact, because
What's not a
like
fact? The out of Africa
well,
theory, evolution.
yeah, like
Do you know that that's a blatant lie? Do you know what a scientific theory is? There are two different types of theory.
mhm,
There's that philosophical word theory, and then there's something called a scientific theory. They
mhm.
are
He
not
don't.
the same. A
He
scientific
not
theory
gonna
is
take
a
me, bro. I
huh?
told him this exact same thing last time. Like he
Not
does
Juju,
not
So,
take
not
but
me.
let me.
Juju.
I want to
Like
finish.
Yeah, yeah,
Let me
yeah,
just park my car, okay? I
yeah.
got a nice Mercedes. I want to park in the garage real quick, like.
Okay.
So, what I'm trying to tell you, in as far as the out of Africa theory, it is a theory that is considered to be incontrovertible. I'm gonna teach you a new word. This is in fact me and Bobby's favorite word now because it pretty much sets the degree of how much or how validated that scientific theory is. To the point that scientists nowadays call the out of Africa theory an incontrovertible one because it's a theory that cannot be refuted at all. And people have tried. The Chinese recently in our lifetime tried to refute the out of Africa theory only to
hmm
prove the very thing they were trying to refute. Now go figure that. How is that for a cup of tea? And that's another thing that I find disheartening because that's a disrespect to us as a people.
hmm
Everybody wants the whole of Africa because of everything. Not
Yeah,
only our genetics, but the land, the resources, the information. Everybody wants Africa. So for you to sit here and to fall in the lines of these fallacious indictments that
yeah,
Homo sapien did not evolve on the continent that we are descendants from is a disrespect to the ancestors and the oldest human populations in the world, which you should be proud of and to be celebrating and to be happy that is so. Because what's in the Americas are so great that you want
yeah.
to be from here. Like,
No. So here's the
where's the
thing.
disconnect?
Yeah. So as far as me, like it's not about like wanting to be from here. Like I'm not saying I am from here. Like all I'm saying is, like I said from the beginning, like they paint this picture that that we were primitive people and that we
Do you
weren't
know what
here.
primitive means? What is the definition of primitive?
I don't feel like giving a
Look it
definition,
up
but
right
you know,
now because I think you got it wrong. Also,
okay,
like the
but check me out though.
terminology, the nomenclature, things of that nature that
hmm
was written back in the 1700s do
hmm
not have the same well meaning that they have
What?
now.
Okay. How can I say this? Like,
Like savage.
when,
Read
yeah,
what
yeah.
noble savage means.
Okay,
Like
like check me
people
out.
would say, "Oh, savage, I want to be that," but read what it means
hmm
because it's not what you're thinking. It's
No,
not
but what
the
I'm trying to say is
same.
like
Please
the
listen. It's
yeah,
not
I
the
got you.
same
Yeah,
idea
yeah.
or definition
hmm
or an indictment that we give it to today. Then there's two different things.
Right. But all right, how can I say this? Like the programming that they like to like kind of push. Like for example, they
What
like to show.
programming? What's the
Okay,
programming, nigga?
let me tell you
You
what I'm
are
talking
sitting
about.
here trying to say that the out of Africa didn't happen. We're African
Okay,
descended
they
people.
try to
That's the greatest thing
push.
to our
No,
history
no.
and our culture, and you're
Listen,
denying that.
follow what I'm
That
saying.
is the
Like
programming.
they
See,
like
you're
to
the one that's been
program
indoctrinated, been
and they like
lying
to,
and
no,
programmed. It ain't us, homie. It's
no.
you.
No, what I'm
hold
trying to
on,
say is like they like to show stuff like, poor
hold
kids
on.
in mud hut, and you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that.
But they are, but
Okay,
see, that's why you got to go search for yourself. Did they
hold
also tell you
on,
about the greatest wall that was greater than the Great Wall of China was found in West Africa? Do you know about
hold on,
that?
hold on.
Do
So
you?
Hold on. So this was the last conversation that we had. I'm a petty nigga. This was the last conversation we had from the last stream, July 27th. You see, you said I told you
Damn,
for
that's a
future
long time ago.
references. Right, about a month ago, or a month and some change, or is it? Nah, not that long. Yeah, about a month. For future
Oh yeah,
references,
that's
learn
true.
how to stay on
Mhm.
one point. If you want to discuss one point, you know what I mean. I'm telling you, brain sources and all that. You saying we kept cutting me off and IBs or whatever. I said cool. Now we come to August the 12th. You said okay. If you want to go live, let's be clear. So what we being clear about is I didn't ask you to come again, bro. I didn't ask you to be here. You hit me up wanting to go live. So that's what it is. Stop fucking lying. I didn't tell you. I didn't tell you I was gonna prove shit.
You be
I said
lying.
if we gonna have a conversation about
Why
something,
you
have
always
your sources
lying?
and I'll have mine. That's it.
Seriously, bro. Seriously, man.
Why you
Like
always lying?
you saying I'm lying, bro. Like, let's be real, bro. We were talking on students' comment section. Then I messaged you again. Like we were just talking the other day on student comment section, going back and forth. And then when we was going back and forth in the comment section, then you made a video about me and put it on your page. So why are you lying? So then we decided to have this conversation. Am I lying, bro, or what? Juju, he posted a video of me on his page.
I could have
and
sworn
then
I just said I posted a video of a clip of the last time
of
that she
me
was
on your
here. I could have sworn I just posted a video.
and I
I said I
responded.
posted a video of the last time that he was here and put it on my TikTok page weeks, almost a month after this happened. So, and right after that, you hopped in my inbox. I literally said this shit, bro. I'm not going to get into the back and forth with you. Just stop lying. I didn't tell you I was going to prove shit. I told you, we can have any conversation you want to. Just have your sources, because last time you came and tried to do a fucking 2-hour lecture, which is exactly the same shit you did tonight. That's why I'm on mute.
All right, bro, Sutek. So you telling me, like, our first conversation we had about going live wasn't about the evolution and out of Africa theory and how you were going to prove it to me?
Is this our first conversation? Is this our first time, or is this your second time over here?
No, what I'm saying is
So why are you talking about the
that's why
first
you
time?
invited me to
Why are
come.
you talking about the first time when this is the second time?
That's why you invited me to come.
No, I didn't.
And then the second time
Just go ahead with
around,
your conversation, bro.
and then the second time around, we were going back and forth in the comments, and then you made a video about me, and then that's why I'm here right now. Come on, bro.
So what is
keep
it
100.
that it would take for out of Africa theory to be proven to you? Because we provided you with so much evidence and so many points of the conversation, and you've rejected all of
Okay,
them.
Juju. Hey, yo, can I can send you like a bunch of sources. Do you maybe have like a TikTok or anything, or?
No, come back and bring them on here. You have wasted our time.
Hold on.
5 fucking hours, all in total. So we deserve the fucking sources. Bring them shits back over here.
No. No, because I don't like to debate. Bro, I told you this in the message. I told you I don't want to debate.
We're just
I want
having
to
Sound
passionate
like some
discourse.
shaky ass shit, bro.
No
Bro,
debate.
I already told. No. Here's the thing.
Sound like some shaky ass shit.
I don't
So
like
I done
talking to you
wasted
about it.
5.5, 6 hours of my life in total talking to you during a fucking lecture that you doing.
Okay, bro.
After I asked you to bring sources and you still brought none. I literally slowed it down and said, if you have a primary, show us the primary. You said yourself you don't have shit. Now you got sources. So when you get them sources, bring them back over here, because I feel played. I feel played out of 6 hours of my life. I feel played. Bring them back over here, please. Bring them back over here, please. We showed you multiple things, bro. Why are we the only ones that gotta fucking show shit?
No, no, no,
Why?
no. Okay, I
Why?
can't, bro.
That's the
I
way it
couldn't
went
even
last
finish
time.
what
That's
I
why I
couldn't even
didn't
finish
share
what I was
anything last
saying.
time because you didn't have
Okay,
anything.
so you,
I
bro,
called
you
myself
called me
being
over here,
nice and tried to just have a conversation with you last time because
bro.
you didn't have no
You called
sources.
me over here, so you had to prove what you were saying. You didn't. But anyways, like I said, I want to. I can definitely bring them, but I want to send them to Juju as well.
You can find me on Instagram. I go by the
Hold
same
on,
name everywhere. I don't have any
hold on.
aliases.
It's Juju
It's
Zachary.
what you see
Okay.
printed above.
Okay, so look, so I can do it like this. I can send you a bunch of sources, and then we can pull it up on here. Because like I said, like off the top of my head, I don't have it off the top of my head
That's
right
okay. I
now.
have a computer. I'll
Yeah,
pull them up for you
yeah,
when you
for
come
sure.
back.
Yeah, most definitely. So, um, we can do it like that. We can do it like that. Um, yeah. So, but yeah, as of right now, like in this moment in time, I don't have every single source. Um,
Okay. Well, I am done playing with my food. I've had fun, you know, in my natural habitat as my spirit animal, the orca. And we like to play with our food before we eat it. Thank you again, Sutek.
all right, all
Bro.
right, Juju. Well, I'll be
Um,
contacting you soon, though. Appreciate the
absolutely. Have a
call.
good evening. Good luck to you.
All right,
Be
all right,
careful.
all
It's a
right.
new
You too.
variant of COVID. You say you're not vaccinated, so please be careful. And if you don't care about yourself, just care about the elderly and those who are immune compromised. It's not a laughing matter.
Nah, yeah, yeah, most definitely, most definitely, most definitely.
All right. Good night.
All right. Good night.
All right, Juju. Yeah, I feel play. We need them sources. Don't just send them to Juju. Bring them over here. I've wasted 6 hours that I'll never be able to get back because you wanted to come over here and have a motherfucking sit down interview. No, I specifically told you, bro, if you come back over here, please have your sources. If you don't have sources, I'm shutting the shit down. Now, look how nice I was. I let this shit roll 3.5 fucking hours. And I specifically said that if you don't have sources and you thinking you finna come over here and do another lecture, I'm shutting this shit down. I let it roll for the 12, 13 at one point 15, 16, 17 people that was watching for their entertainment. But I feel played. You didn't have shit. You came on here to talk, bro. I literally asked you if you have any source. What's the oldest source you got? I don't even give a fuck if the oldest or the furthest you can go back is the 1800s or the 1900s. What do you have? I don't have nothing right now. Then why the fuck are we here? No, you didn't come to talk. That's the problem, bro. You did not come to talk. You talk too goddamn much. I don't do all that talking. You got me beat. If I'm talking that much, it's because I'm reading something. I can't. I'm not that talkative, bro. You think I want to? I got on here just to fucking talk to you? Who told you that? Did I need to pull the inbox back up? Who told you that, bro? Stop trying to call this a fucking debate to try to wiggle yourself out of showing shit. This is not a debate. A debate has rounds. A debate is timed. It has form. This is not a debate. This is not a debate, bro. This is a conversation and a poor one at that. No, nigga, don't nobody want to argue. I want the evidence. You want to talk. That's all I asked for. That's all any of us asked for, bro, was the evidence. You talked yourself 3.5 hours into nothing. Anything that we got is well, the migrations and the black people don't control. Like, nigga, what the fuck are you talking about? You came up here to tell us conspiracy theories? Yeah, because the migrations that these tribes said they come from the east. I really feel played, bro. I ain't even gonna hold you. It's 12:45 on the West Coast. So what that is, 3:45 on the East Coast. I take that back. You did. You brought you didn't bring a source, but you led us to a source that didn't agree with you. Half of what we showed was trying to teach you shit, like how far back the DNA goes. While y'all talking, you bringing up niggas like Clyde fucking Winters. I'm showing you. I'm putting the shit all on the screen. I'm letting y'all build. I don't want to cut y'all build, but I'm putting shit all on the screen. Nigga, this is Clyde Winters, quote unquote, university. The house that he lives in the middle of the hood. That's his university. Go look it up. Go find the address to Uthman Dan Fodio Institute. Go find the address. Then go look it up on Google Maps. I also showed the wiki page of them saying the same shit before I pulled that up. I showed you that DNA could go back up to 1,000 years. Honestly, until you started showing sources, bro, I'm not showing shit. You got me fucked up. If you think I'm finna dig in this bag and you gonna give out a lecture, like, no, that's not how it works, bro. That's not how it works. He took my hurricane joy. So SoCal get a hurricane, we get some rain out this way. This nigga that took my hurricane joy. I can't even be happy for the rain no more. Wasting my motherfucking time, nigga. This is ridiculous. I hope and I was about to say, I hope you go back to show to see how ridiculous this shit is, but you went back and listened to the last one after it was over. If you don't see nothing wrong with that, then I guess you damn sure ain't gonna see nothing wrong with this. Don't hit me back up, bro, about no information until you have the primaries in order. This is the second time. Don't hit me up until you have the primaries in order. You showed the CNN source that said that African Americans were slaves to the Native Americans, and that the Native Americans, the 5 civilized tribes, was the ones who was on the Trail of Tears. That's what you showed. You talking about when I caught you saying that we Africans, African Americans, we, or you talking about when you said that Native Americans are the 5 civilized tribes and not black people? Yeah, you dumb. You want to be baby. That's how I know you a young nigga. That's how I know you a kid. You want a motherly figure to baby your suck ass. I'm not gonna do that, nigga. You too old, bro. What, you 20, 24, 25? What? You ain't no fucking kid no more, nigga. You think I'm supposed to come to you all soft and shit? After you want to talk over us? No, and call us slow and shit? That's over with. Let's cut. It's not a cipher. So fuck who you learn from. I don't give a fuck, bro. I don't give a fuck about what you talking about. I ain't gotta teach you nothing. I ain't gotta teach you nothing, but I guess what? Some shit that you didn't know. Now tonight you do know, thanks to me. You don't have to call that teaching. You can call that whatever the fuck you want to. But nigga, you know some shit tonight. You learned some shit tonight that you didn't know before. How long does DNA go back? It's only come back a couple generations. You learned some shit tonight that you didn't know before. Hopefully you learned, let me read this whole source and make sure that it agrees with me instead of just trying to throw it at people for the date. See what I'm saying? If we could have stuck on one topic and dude didn't have ADD, we could have brought out a lot more information. But it's hard to do when you got somebody that's bouncing all around the place, don't want to stay hold true to one topic, and don't concede in any points, even though we clearly show him that he's wrong. He doesn't have knowledge or fundamental understanding in any of these lanes or any of these fields, but he act like he does. He puts white people on a pedestal as his god because white people did everything. They had the power to do everything. They're omniscient and omnipotent. So that's crazy, yo. I literally just told you, bro. Matter of fact, don't come back. Just send it to Juju. Just send what you need to send to Juju. Don't come back. Don't come back over here. This shit. Don't ever come back. Don't hit me up in my inbox. If you see that I've posted a clip of this, I won't tag you to it. I tag you to the last one out of respect because I ain't wanted to make it like I'm posting a video of our conversation and I don't inform you like I'm trying to sneak it past you or some shit like that. That was my logic. That was my thinking. That was my reasoning. That's why I tagged you in it. But if I post a clip from this, I'm not going to tag you. I don't need you to watch it. I don't need you to be in my inbox afterwards. He young, man. He in his feelings. He's salty. He got his panties in a bunch. Yeah, and I'm gonna make another video about you. And guess what? You're not coming back after that. I'm gonna make another video. I'm gonna clip this shit up too, just to say I fucking did it. And you're not coming back after this. I can't do it. I ain't gonna be able to do it, bro. It's the second time, yo, and the nigga still ain't have no evidence this time. That's what I was thinking too, pure black nigga think he a Dravidian. Oh, the nigga did that shit do say Dravidian. Oh, I didn't even pay attention to that. That's crazy. This nigga don't know. This is the identity. And now see, different people feel different ways because of our thoughts and our sentiments on larger platforms like the other platform that most people hold as the standard. I don't want to say no names, but this is our issue with platforms like that allow pseudos so much leeway, so much breathing room and breathability. The ratio is off, and this is what happens. You got niggas thinking they Dravidians and Africans while being indigenous to America at the same time. This is the type of shit that happens. And it's all in the name of the bag. All in the name of the bag. Yeah. Content is cool, but at what price? at what price is content cool? It's okay. You don't have to say that I taught him nothing. I don't call myself a teacher anyway, so that literally makes me feel no type of way. But I've taught people things, and you are one of those people now. Like you're on the list of people that I've taught now. So I stay quiet this whole time. So I'm talking my shit right now. Nah. Hopefully ain't nobody kids listening to this nigga. Yeah, man. You can't tell me nothing, dog. Can't tell me shit because you 20 something, don't know who you is. We been doing this shit over here. We been doing this shit over here, yo. See what I mean? We been doing this shit. And these just my brother shit. I'm sure I'm stunting on behalf of my shit. You know what I'm saying? Been doing this shit, yo. This is the last one we dropped as a collective. I know most of my chat knows, but the Dravidian African American don't know. No. The Dravidian African Indigenous American don't know. That's more proper. You see what I'm saying? So that's fine, bro. I don't. You ain't gotta call me your teacher. I just seen one of the people that we have as friends in common on TikTok posting this book. She's a part of the black business because I promoted it on my channel. This is shit that we've been doing. This kind of what? It's like, it's just 2 years old. All this shit came from the pandemic. The pandemic started in what? The lockdowns. Excuse me. The lockdowns started in like March 2020. All these are from March 2020 to August, what, the 23rd, 2023. You see what I'm saying? And this that one. This is where it started at. This is where it started at. That's over in the Gambia, West Africa. So we have a connection with those people. We have connections with people in multiple places in Africa, multiple regions in Africa. But this place specifically, we have a special kind of connection with them. Our work is used as curriculum in their institution, the Gate and Jaro Skills Academy. Two minutes to 4 a.m. Oh yeah, it sure is. You know what I mean? So this is shit that we've been doing. So regardless if you felt like I taught you or not, you learned something that you came here not knowing today. Also, I taught many people many things. So, man, that shit don't. You can't check my ego, man. You can't check my ego, young man. Especially being a Dravidian African Indigenous American. You're not going to ever be able to check my ego or any information that I got. You can come in the chat. Feel free to come in the chat whenever you want. But yo, as far as being up on this panel, I will not allow that anymore unless we see the source in advance. So man, 4 o'clock, bro. I know it. I'm gonna need to hop ass in the shower and roll up. So this is what we're gonna do. This is what we're gonna do.
Do me a favor. Shut the fuck up.
Thank you.
Merging. I'm a freedom fighter, Dalai Lama from a weed supplier. I'm Muhammad to the rap game, that's my last name. My first should be Elijah, and I need a choir. Frequent flyer, gold medallion, Jesus peace. I'm the one, the real Jesus Maya, cause I'm trying to get niggas to leave the street. And I don't need to be, cause I can easily speak to these niggas through the frequencies to compete with me. You gon' need a priest to preach your sweetest needs, to give a hell of an Easter speech. I keep the heat right there underneath the seat. Got pulled over by the police this week. They asked me why I got this fully loaded piece with me. I say, officer, I'm just trying to make it home peacefully. So I'm riding with a rifle, another iron in the Bible. Call my niggas out in Paris, have them climb up the Eiffel. We don't give a fuck, cause it's all about survival. When you're caught up in the cycle, when you feel like you're entitled to more than what you get in it, to turn you homicidal. Y'all know that I'm the best, but I swear I'm in denial. And they don't wanna say it, cause I'm better than they idol. Got the mind of a disciple when I'm rocking the revival. But I'm soon to be the king, fuck you and your team. Bada boom, bada bing. If you don't like the way I rule my regime, let them up before June in the spring. I'm Desmond Tutu, mixed with the Zeus of the Zulus. I'm the leader of the new school. Man, I swear I'm starting to feel like Mandela. I'm with my troops in the field like Nelson. All these niggas wanna kill Nelson. Y'all gon' make me do 20 years like Nelson. Man, I'm starting to feel like Nelson Mandela. 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 Side Nelson Mandela. Yeah, Nelson Mandela. Get to know your ancestors. Can't tell me they ain't jealous of a 7-gram seller. It was something about Mary, nigga. I was Ben Stella. Now the fans mail us all the way from Manchester. Can't tell them shit if you ain't never spent time trying to sell a nigga just to get the car with the trunk in the front. Shout it, that's an elephant. Intelligent nigga with hella sense. Speak with such eloquence. Ever since I've been on a regiment, niggas been upset with Prince, but let them bend while I start a revolution. Seem like when you work hard, you never get your retribution. Niggas sending threats, but I keep something with me. Sound like dooku when I'm shooting. The same ones that was singing Huey Newton. Prince to a king, you don't see the evolution. 20 years in the PM, and that's really execution. So I encourage each and every student to stay in school, play it cool, obey the rules, or pay your dues, make a move, take a tool, or write some raps, make a mixtape, a clue, and you could be dope as me, every food boy. Trying to get 40 acres in the mule boy. Rhyme with 40 acres in the two-door. I feel like Lorenz Tate in the pool hall. Right before Terrence Howard at the Newport. I'm with my troops in the field like Nelson. All these niggas wanna kill Nelson. Y'all gon' make me do 20 years like Nelson. Man, I'm starting to feel like Nelson Mandela. 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 Nelson Mandela.
So yeah, change your name, cuz Reed is not good. This is who. Anytime I hear that name, this is who I think of. Theon Greyjoy. If any of y'all watch Game of Thrones, y'all know this nigga was a buster. This nigga was a coward. He got his meat chopped off torture, on all type of sucker shit. He did come back through at the end. I ain't gonna hold you. During his imprisonment, Ramsey was severely tormented and abused Theon physically and psychologically, forcing him to take on the name of Reek. Go check that out. He got his meat chopped off, and he became a full sucker nigga after that. You don't want to be that, or do you?